you've been looking for. Trust me, I don't wanna feel no more.
Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name is TJ and I hope you are all ready for some exciting modern action. We've got 4 rounds of it tonight. It should be a good time, a great time, a fun time, and I'm excited. Thank you to everybody who is hosting. I do appreciate that. Polly Pocket, welcome. I'm excited for you to be able to watch tonight. Definitely, welcome. It's good to have you here. Melvin, always a pleasure to see you. Shade of Hades, is it too warm in Australia? No, it's a bit cold here. Check the timer. The timer's irrelevant right now. Roarmore, thank you so much for hitting that follow. And thank you to the 4 people who subbed while we were away. We are at 184. I saw that account expired. Was asking that. Weston, it's good to see you all. My ability to interact with the chat is a little bit lessened at the moment. Again, for the same reasons that we are currently looking into upgrading our machine to actually have 2 machines, splitting the workload of this stream. We're still putting a lot of stress on it overall. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll just keep pushing forward and improving it and all that jazz. But I've got a knock on the door, which means that round 1 is likely about to start.
I've got round 1 for you.
Tell me more, Coleman.
Maeve is on the wall.
Okay. And
It's me.
is it?
Yeah.
What are you playing tonight?
I am on Ghostway.
All right. I dig it.
Yep.
I dig it. Do you know what she's on?
That's a new keyboard.
Yes, it is, and a new mouse.
Oh. Huh, didn't expect that.
Yeah, they're real nice.
I heard the clickety-clacking.
The clickety-clack, while loud, is also much better than the previous clickety-clack. This clickety-clack,
very true.
A+. This is Coleman, by the way. Normally he would show it. There's his palm. All right, go do your thing. Good luck.
Cool.
All right. So, some of you may know what Maeve is on. I'll just tell you what I lent her. What's up, Zero Anarchy Gaming? I'll just tell you what I lent her right before this event. 3 Tezzeret's, 3 Ensnaring Bridge, and 2 Spellskites. And I'll just let it sit at that. Let's head on down. Let's have some fun. It should be an interesting matchup. On the one hand, you have Tezzeret, the control deck. Now, on the flip side, I don't know. This Obzon Ghostway deck has got a lot going on for it. It's got a lot of capability, and it doesn't even need to attack for a lot of its engines. It's got a lot of value pieces that way. I don't know. It's going to be a pretty tricky one between that and Eerie Interlude to really overcome it. I think Coleman's got a decent shot, but we'll find out. So, let's head on down. Let's have some fun. We'll see you there. And I hit that button a little bit soon, but that's okay. We're down there now. K-Marky, I'm glad. I know Coleman's a big fan of this deck, the Obzon Ghostway deck. It is really kind of this deck that gained a lot of popularity right after the pod ban, actually, which was several years ago, 3 years ago. And what people started using was Ghostway, along with Restoration Angels, Siege Rhinos, Eternal Witnesses to get back the Ghostway. But it never really had a lot of consistency once to getting that engine, but once the engine was assembled, it was very difficult to beat. Enter Eerie Interlude. Basically, oh no, that was, let's see, oh no, a year ago Twingup, and then the year before that, no, you're right, it was 2 years ago. Thank you. You are correct. Is there no one playing Bant Eldrazi? There's a decent shot at it. What's up, Packfoils? So, what you've got. K-Marky, absolutely. Absolutely. Is there a list for this Tezzerator? No, and likely this one is it was made with a lot of budget decisions and things like that. She's upgrading it over time. What is Tezzeret? Tezzeret is, or Tezzerator, is named after the Planeswalker, Tezzeret, notably the card, Agent of Bolas. Now, a swamp out for Maeve heading into her end. For Coleman, just going to play down a tapped land, not doing a whole lot yet, playing a pretty slow beginning game. Tebin? Yes, he does. Absolutely he does. But that's mostly just because that does all the things that he likes. He's really down for anything. UFO, I can check, but I don't think that I've seen any. So, Maeve, missing land drops, kept a 1-lander, super risky. Coleman, playing lands because he's got all the time in the world, and he's just going to drop a Siege Rhino. pretty risky hand by Maeve to keep. Maybe he kept it because the fatal pushes against most of Coleman's decks are pretty decent, but still pretty risky. And by going for this, that looks to be not a Darkslick Shores, but the Drowned Catacomb, is going to drop down a Thopter Foundry. Button attack for 4 coming back in. This is going to knock her down to 13. The Thopter Foundry, sacrifice an artifact to create a 1/1 Thopter, gain a life. Does draw into an Agent of Bolas, but still doesn't have another piece of this mana. Does have a Glint Nest Crane, does also have a Dimir Signet, might be playing this one. But let's see what we can do. Mom and Dad fight. What does that make me? Oh man, if that's Mom and Dad, I'm curious as to what that makes me. And another Rhino. Now we can see why Coleman kept this hand, which seemingly did nothing. Because it has 2 Siege Rhinos. And now Maeve is functionally at 2. Show the last Rhino. Show the last Rhino. Nope, no such luck. But a Thraben Inspector going to come down, get him a clue token. He'll be able to draw before the next turn. The nice part about this clue token is that it actually exists as a nice way to trigger Revolt if he ever needs to for something like a Renegade Rally or anything like that. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. I can dig that. So, Coleman takes game 1 pretty outstandingly well. Not a whole lot to be done there from Maeve's side of the battlefield, other than mulligan that hand early on and hope for the best. While they're sideboarding, just to take a quick note, many of you have heard at this point, but I'm trying to hype it up as much as I can. I am starting my own stream. In addition to this one's not ending. There's just going to be more. And the TJ stream is kicking off the first stream this Sunday at noon. So, let's hope for the best. I'll be playing some Modern, most likely. I'm pretty excited. There's probably going to be some burn just prepping for GP Vancouver. I'm open to other stuff. But really, we're just going to kind of wing it and play it by ear and see what we can do to have some fun with it. I'm excited and nervous for it, but I'm mostly excited, and that'll just be more opportunity for me to interact with all of you and do cool things, and we'll be able to have some fun, and you'll all get the opportunity to see me play. Do I have the hypest of playlists assembled? Interestingly enough, my game plan was to actually not play music. Why does everybody always ask which variant of Mono Red, and then immediately follow it with actually the least played version of it? But no. I'll be playing Boros Burn. It's the one that I'm particularly a fan of at the moment. I think I have the tools to playtest Naya if I really want to. I just probably won't. What deck are you building? You bought a Tabernacle, 4 signed Mox Diamonds, and 4 Explorations today. I'm not an expert, but that sounds a lot like Delver to me. Teamer Burn is the least played? Alright, you got me there. You got me there. I guess Teamer Burn was not the, back in Treasure Cruise days, that was actually a pretty playable thing. You could easily get away with Teamer Burn back when Treasure Cruise was around. Esper Burn. 4-color burn, no red. You said, what are you building, not what are you buying? What? Okay, Marky, that is so hype. Everybody, if you are joining for the first time, be sure to hit that follow button. Also, if you feel like it, feel free to hit that sub button. I'd appreciate it. It helps us do what we do. We're currently at 184, trying to get to 200 before the end of the month. That is at the point at which Dylan will actually be giving away a Expedition breeding pool. He is the store owner. Also, well, yeah, you were Jessica. You could get away with Teamer. I was actually just Naya because I'm a purist for burn, but it was certainly the wrong choice because Treasure Cruise was bonkers. Also, I've apart from the 200 by the end of February goal, which is a little bit lofty, but I think doable, the goal that I've kind of set as our next benchmark of, like, I would love to get to this point is, I think, 250, based on some of all of your feedback, and let me know that that was a reasonable goal. So, it'll take us some time, but we'll try. So heading into Game 2, we have got Maeve kicking things off. Just an island to start, and it's going to pass back. Coleman following up with a Temple Garden, and he's going to go with a Thraben Inspector, as well as make a clue, going down to 18 for the privilege of it. Okay. So let's do that. And let's do that. Otherwise, a Glintness Crane coming on down. We're going to take a look at these four. We do have a Signet, which is what we're going to take. Encroachment? Perhaps. Definitely could have been encroachment. Sam? Yes, I am. Sunday around noonish. So Coleman with just 2 lands, not doing a whole lot yet. From Maeve's side of the battlefield, playing down another Glintness Crane, and this is a miss. So, no artifacts found at all. Did everyone abandon me? What do you mean? Okay. The one artifact that she took the first time was a Dimir Signet. So, the one artifact that she took the first time. Otherwise, the second time actually missed. Weston, yeah, it was better the first time. So, a Relic of Progenitus coming on down. My bad. Should be fixed. I had a slight tech issue, and you all informed me of it, and now we're good. Alright. So, we're going to draw a card now. Otherwise, the Tezzeret coming down, it did end up plussing up. We've got a Wall of Omens coming down. Coleman having a little bit of difficulty finding his third land. Coleman not learning the lessons that Maeve taught us last time. She does draw into an Ensnaring Bridge. Also has a Dimir Signet. Can play out that Signet. Doesn't want to play that bridge yet because her hand is loaded up, but she looks to be going for the Thopter Foundry combo, and actually she's going to be a little bit safe because she can't activate it at this point, so she's going to put down the Spellskite to protect this combo, because next turn she can play out the Thopter Foundry and functionally have a win at that point. The only issue with then is, man, interesting. What's up, Saddle K? Hello, Hockey D. Hello, The Jackal. Hello, Chris Beaver. Hello, Account Expired. Odessa. Glorious Visionary. Imbuement. Zephoid. UFO. Glorious Visionary. Doro. Renegade Coaster. Weston. Tebben. Sam the Man. K. Marky Shea of Hades. Big Daddy Snow. Roarmore. Let's see here. Melvin the Muppet. Everybody out there, you are all fantastic. It's good to see a Papa Tritty. Hello. So, a plus from this Tezzeret. We're going to take a look at the top cards. So far, the big thing that we have is some Ensnaring Bridges, and another Thopter Foundry is going to come down. Oh, did I say Glorious twice? Oh. Doessa? Odoessa. Odoessa. Thank you. Odoessa. I'll remember that. Hello. And if I don't remember that, just remind me again. I will get it eventually. Names are not my strong suit, unfortunately. But welcome. I do remember because I think that recently, during our last GPT, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you subbed and then followed. And the GPT, I think, was your first time watching. But maybe I'm wrong. Again, names aren't always my strong suit. Mike the Knight, it's good to see you. Welcome. So a Flicker Wisp out for Coleman, joining his Thraben Inspector and his Wall of Omens. A lot of card advantage on the board, but no way to punch through this wall of Thopters to a Tezzeret, which is approaching an ult. Also, when you consider that this Tezzeret minus is to gain equal to twice the number of artifacts that you have, and you look at the board, all you need currently is 8 artifacts. Now, looks like we're going to produce some Thopters. Nope, we're just going to Echoing Truth this, which seems really bold. But in response, Coleman is going to cast a Ghost Way, so these are going to come back at the end step. They're each going to get some triggers. He's going to draw a clue. He's going to point this. The Spellskite is there to protect it, but Maeve choosing not to redirect to the Spellskite, which strikes me as an unusual choice, because then she would have been able to ult with enough artifacts. What is up? Thank you so much for the 135 bits, Jay Gross. I appreciate that. You're awesome. You're great. And I do genuinely appreciate that donation. I'm wondering if it took your name out because the word gross in it, but I'm actually not sure. But thank you so much for the support and just being awesome. Obs on Ghostway, Eerie Interlude, and Ghostway. Flicker all the things. So, we've got an Ensnaring Bridge coming on down. Hello, Ninewalker. I also think that she might have forgotten about the Skype, because that was a kill this last turn otherwise. I'm also surprised she isn't utilizing the Slapter Sword combo a bit more than she is, just because there's such a huge value engine. But if she's got things to do, you might as well do them. Mystery bits. That's true. They do seem to be. How curious. Well, maybe if you're watching this back later. Spellskite. It protects. So, a Wall of Omens coming down. A third land. We do have a Renegade Rallier. We also have an Eternal Witness. Could go for one of those. He does have the Ghostway in hand as well as an Eerie Interlude, so he might just try and blank this Tezzeret again. Worked last time, which is the kind of maybe the main incentive. Last time Maeve forgot about the Spellskite, so it came in at her end step, and it looks like she is going to kick things off, making a Thopter, gaining a life, and is going to go to 22. And going to take a look at this hand. Looks like we're going to plus the Tezzeret up. Still got to be a little bit cautious about this one. One nice thing that Coleman can do to keep this is if he was aware of the Spellskite, or if Maeve was aware of this Spellskite interaction, he could go with an end step, forcing the Spellskite to kind of take the hit from the first Flicker Wisp, and then on the following turn, replay it down, and while it is unprotected, take down that Tezzeret. But it's still a little bit problematic because A, he's going to have a little bit of difficulty attacking into it through this bridge. Also, Maeve can create so many flying blockers that even if he could, they would have a pretty difficult time actually getting through. So she's going to attack with the 2. Alright, and it looks like his intent is to block there and then cast Flicker Wisp. So he'll be taking 2. And Coleman will be drawing a lot of cards. Zodiac Sphere, yes. She is a bit new to the Tezzeret shell. And a Fatal Push on this in response to it to keep that. Coleman's going to draw a lot of cards, but he doesn't get the disruption in this Flicker Wisp, though he does have another one in hand. Also, a good thing to remember is that Maeve does still have this Spellskite, and she just needs to remember it, and she is basically looking at a win next turn. If Maeve remembers her Spellskite, she has a pretty functional win at this point. But we're going to attack there with the 3-1 Inspector, toss a block in front of it with this. Mostly Coleman was looking for a Revolt trigger there. He might cast down this Renegade Rallier to get back something. Seems to be the case. He's going to go with another fetch land and then maybe hardcast the Flicker Wisp. Seems like a reasonable play. Renegade Rallier, card's so good. But we are going to make a bunch more Thopters. We're going to gain a bunch of life. And now we are looking at a win with Tezzeret. Yep. So Maeve does see it the second time, takes it down, and this is going to head into a game 3 between Tezzerator and Ghostway. Tezzeret huge engine for Maeve as a way to just win the game along with this Thopter Sword, where Coleman, while he can shut down a lot of combat, even through the bridge, he can continually flicker his Siege Rhino. At a lockout board without that Tezzeret win condition, Coleman might have a decent advantage, but the Thopter Sword might be kind of this this little edge that Maeve is able to gain, which is able to kind of get beyond the value that Coleman is able to generate, which is a lot. There's a world, where you have a Siege Rhino, a Restoration Angel, an Eternal Witness out on the battlefield. And this is to say nothing of the Wall of Omens and your 3-Win Inspector. And then when you cast your Ghostway, all of them leave, they come back down, and not only do you get a card back with Eternal Witness, but you have your Siege Rhino drain 3, you gain 3, you draw a card off of your wall, and then your Restoration Angel reflickers your Eternal Witness or your Siege Rhino to, maybe drain them for 6, gain 6, or get 2 cards back from your graveyard, or draw 2 off of your Wall of Omens. This deck can do a lot of things once it gets this engine online, and tying this up with an Eternal Witness, which is able to continually bring back the Eerie Interlude or that Ghostway, becomes a pretty deadly soft lock. But Maeve, on the other hand, with a Tezzeret, a Bridge, and a Thopter Sword combo, another way to attack with that soft lock. Both of these decks very capable of getting work done outside of the combat step. Maeve a little bit more able to actively kill Coleman's creatures, while Coleman's creatures a little bit inherently more powerful on their own. Maeve's synergy has got a lot to speak for itself, though, so it's a curious matchup. Snap value, you would know value. You would be the end-all be-all of value. So, Coleman gets to be on the play. And Maeve is taking a mulligan. Seems that she learned her lesson from game 1 about keeping hands that are just awful. Can we see something super spicy next round? Is Obzon Ghostway versus Tezzeret not spicy enough for you? Is that not? That should be spicy enough for you. How is that not? This is like the spiciest. If this were a burrito, I wouldn't eat it. If this were a pasta, it would be one that Maeve made for me to celebrate getting to 175 subs. Thanks, Snap Value. Are you not entertained? I'm Spartacus. I know, different movies, but that's fine. Oh, okay, you like Insane. Got it. So we've got Wall of Omens out. Snap Value, you're awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Oh no, it hasn't happened yet. We were thinking about doing it on my personal stream when that one kicks off. No, I'm Spartacus. Alright, fine, you could be Spartacus. Take him. Take him away. See, right there? Get him. I want nothing of this. Do we stream FNM? We stream Legacy on Friday nights. It's not our FNM. Our FNM format is officially Draft, but we certainly do stream Legacy Friday nights starting at 7:30, and Eternal Witness is down on the battlefield. So, we've got 3 lands plus Coleman. With a Horizon Canopy drops down that fetch and attacks for 2. Maeve is going to go down to 18. First blood getting drawn on that side of the battlefield. Otherwise, we do have a Signet out. We do have a Fatal Push, but a Thopter, or a Sword of the Meek is going to come down 1/2 of this Thopter Sword combo, in which Coleman is going to cast this Ghostway. Huh. Megamorpheus, thank you so much for the sub. That's awesome. I appreciate it. That's not really what I wanted. Thanks for trying, computer. I wanted this one. Thank you so very much. That is awesome. You are awesome. Oh, man. Thank you for the sub. Thanks for the support. That brings us up to 185. Paper Draft is so awkward for streaming. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Thank you so much, Mega Morpheus. Your support is hugely appreciated. You're getting us one step closer to giving away the Expedition Breeding Pool of our goals of just doing cool stuff and just you're great. You're great. Thank you. So 5 lands for Coleman. We do have the Ghost Way lock in hand. We're looking at a lot of possible ways to win. Maeve is just going to activate this Thopter. Doing a lot of cool stuff so far. And it looks like a Restoration Angel is going to come down. We're going to get back that fetch. And a Relic of Progenitus, kicking it back, keeping up that Verdant Catacombs. Now this is going to do a lot to shut down what Maeve's combo is doing. Because how this combo works is that you sacrifice the Sword of the Meek. It goes into the graveyard, creating a 1-1. That 1-1 triggers the Sword of the Meek so that it wants to come back to the battlefield. The tricky part here is that while it is in the graveyard, it is vulnerable to this Relic of Progenitus, especially because Maeve has no cards in the graveyard at the moment, which means that Coleman can actually fire this off without having to even go for the full activation. Limited is way more fun to do than to watch. Yeah, it's a little bit of a flip side there. I think a lot of it has to do with I don't know. Limited is a lot of fun to do. I might do it occasionally on stream, but I'm much more interested in playing Constructed, a lot of Modern, some Standard, a little bit of Legacy, and then doing some Lake Cuban Draft whenever I kind of feel like it, is kind of what I was looking to do, mostly. But I'll be doing that starting Sunday. Sunday. You can follow me at RedBaronMTG. You can follow my Twitch account, which is RedBaronMTG, and we'll be doing that. But looks like we are going for that Relic of Progenitus Exile. He's going to be keeping 1 land untapped for the foreseeable future while Maeve has got this combo online. Otherwise, a Restoration Angel out, able to swing pretty freely into this, and might start forcing Maeve to just sack some of these Thopters and keep getting some value out of that. And it looks like that is the case. Not willing to trade off this Eternal Witness just yet. It's a hit for 3, which is going to knock Maeve down to 13. Now, Maeve does need to be careful, needs to come with an answer. The big issue is that this Relic doesn't really die to the Fatal Push. Maeve doesn't have a whole lot of answers to artifacts because so much of her shell is built off of it. AJ, it's great to see you. Pine Martin, it's great to see you as well. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. Okay. Yes, it will be different. Streaming MTGO from... I'm really curious as to see what it's like, streaming from that side. And we've got the Flicker Wisp is the flicker from this Restoration Angel. Flatty Ice, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. You are a rockstar. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. So we are down to 2 on Maeve's side of the battlefield. We do still have this Flicker Wisp out, and all kinds of cool stuff is going to be rocking and rolling with it. Otherwise, a tapped land coming down from Maeve. We do have an Ensnaring Bridge, a Glintnest Crane. We've also got an Echoing Truth. The Echoing Truth is kind of able to hit the Relic of Progenitus. The big issue is that it's a huge short-term solution, because she can hit that and then activate to make 1 Thopter, but that's not a huge amount of value to really be had because of this situation in that Coleman just plays it next turn and takes it down. Yes, Shade of Hades, it's excellent. It is excellent. So, but yeah, limited from an over-the-top point of view like this one is very difficult. We'd have to be able to watch a singular person do, and we have got a Restoration Angel coming down to protect this Flicker Wisp. It's going to flicker it. It's going to target this Thopter. Maeve not going to pay for it. We do have this coming down. It looks like Coleman not willing to interact with it yet, and now he's going to crack this Relic of Progenitus, exile it, draw a card, and this 1 Thopter is going to be on the battlefield, able to block. So now we've got 2 Restoration Angels and a Flicker Wisp. That is providing a clock of 9 damage. Combine that with anything else that happens. This is suddenly becoming a pretty lethal board. Genius, it's great to see you. And Maeve doesn't have a whole lot of ways to interact with that just yet. Does have this Glintnest Crane, which is pretty close to having to come down at this point. If she's able to find a sword, it might be able to buy her some time. And she does find that sword. She can play that, make a Thopter. She can protect it with the Spellskite, and Coleman no longer has that Relic of Magentis. It does exile as part of its cost to crack it, which means that he can't get it back with anything like his Eternal Witness. He can't get it back with his Renegade Rallier. So Maeve may have an option of digging out of this. Genius this. This is Maeve Malice. Both of these players are co-hosts, actually. Both of them have co-hosted with me on many occasions. Man, I feel so much better than I did on Monday. Ooh, is this an Echoing Truth at the Restoration Angels? And it looks like the Ghostway is going to fire off. Coleman is going to pick up all of these creatures. They're going to come back down at the end step. Oh, actually, he just allowed that. Okay, so I think that was actually in response to that Coleman actually, that Maeve actually Echoing Truthed those. So just gets that trigger, in the meantime takes down the Thopter Foundry to buy a turn. Now Maeve doesn't have it for a turn. And from Coleman's side of the battlefield, on the one hand, that's pretty cool. On the other hand, Coleman has now got 2 more Restoration Angels in hand, which is slower from a kill perspective, but now is just tons of protection for what Coleman is trying to do. So now Coleman with a Ghost Way and multiple Restoration Angels, drawing a card off of this one, getting into an Eerie Interlude. This value engine is just about complete. We're going to drop down a Renegade Rallier. We're going to get back the Horizon Canopy. We've still got 4 mana. Make that 5. Can still hold up a Restoration Angel, can hold up a Ghostway, can hold up many, many of these things. And I think I may have seen I think that's a Selfless Spirit as well that Coleman may have in hand, which would be a great way to protect it from anything like a potential board wipe. The only problem is that Maeve's board wipes are actually Yahini's Expertise, which can take it down without having that Indestructible Matter. We should have sound, G-Land. Z-Magic, it's good to see ya. It's good to see ya. Coleman running Ghostway and Eerie Interlude. He is running both. He is running both. So, what have we got? We need a list on this Ghostway. Coleman has put it on his account before. Let's see here. Follow that Twitter link, and he has posted his list recently. So, 2 of these Thopter Foundries out. We do have an Ensnaring Bridge, which is going to slow down the attack. 2 cards in hand, which means that Coleman's options are becoming limited. The big thing is that all he needs to do is eventually find this Siege Rhino and start going for the Flicker. Yes, this Ghostway deck is just beautiful. But a Flicker Wisp comes on down, and we're actually going to take out the Ghostway and then attack all. Now Maeve does have 1 mana to start activating some stuff, but it looks like she is going to just take the 9 damage. Fall to 4. Pretty risky place to be at. So there we go. We're going to bring all of these back. We do have the Flickers. We've got the Restoration Angel. The Renegade Rallier is going to bring back the 3-Winged Inspector, getting a clue. We have the Restoration Angel, which is the 1 Flicker Wisp is going to target the... Alright, so we are stacking it this way. So we're going to buy back those things. We still have these. We've got card draw. Looks like 1 Flicker Wisp is going to target that Thopter. 1 Flicker Wisp is going to target that Thopter Foundry. With the Restoration Angel likely going to target one of his own... I expect him to be targeting... Ooh, and he's actually going to go for the Renegade Rallier, which gets him back a land, which means that he can play his other Flicker Wisp, which means that he can flicker his... or get him back his other Restoration Angel live. So now he can play the other Restoration Angel, flicker the Flicker Wisp again at the end step to get rid of the Ensnaring Bridge for the entirety of Coleman's turn and attack for the kill. Oh, man, it does say Meave. Oh, man. Scarlet Spud. So we're going to go for this one. Looks like we may have something in response, but this is likely going to flicker. The Ensnaring Bridge. We just need to show the land that'll have it. Putting down a basic plains. We're going to flicker this. It's going to deal a little bit to Coleman as he falls to 7. It's going to flicker this Ensnaring Bridge, but the Spellskite likely going to be redirected. I fully expect her to redirect it to the Spellskite. She lets it go. And this looks a lot like a kill. Maeve can make 3 blockers, but I don't think that that's enough, especially with this other Restoration Angel out. This seems dangerous. That's a total of 4 blockers, but even with those 4 blockers hitting the 3 biggest things, there's still more than 7 coming in, I think, but I'm not actually 100% sure. Coleman does have both a Clue as well as a Horizon Canopy if he needs to look at more of his options. Also has a Ghostway, but I think you can turn it all sideways, because if you consider that she blocks that 12, oh no, there's not. That's 6 damage that would get through. But it looks like this 6 damage is going to get fired off. This should put Maeve down to 1. Zero Anarchy Gaming, I was wondering the exact same thing, but it appears that that was just not where she was at. And it looks like we're going to put this Spellskite in front of the Renegade Rallier. Huh. Interesting. Well, you could use the Signet to do it. You wouldn't have to pay the 2 life. You could redirect it and make a Thopter. What's up, Neurotoxin? Neurotoxina. And we've got a block there, but this should be a total getting through. Oh no, so we do still have, actually it's only 3 getting through, because I totally forgot that Spellskite can block. My bad. But that's going to be 3 getting through. We're going to end up hitting just about everything. Looks like a final Restoration Angel is going to come down. We're going to hit that Flicker. The Flicker is being blocked by a Thopter, which is going to protect that one from death. Plus we've got 3 damage coming in. We're going to get rid of one of the Thopters, which was a blocker to protect another one of these creatures. And that is going to protect both Flicker Wisps. It's going to get rid of one of the Thopters. We're going to leave with a 0-4. No more of those other creatures. That's going to hit Maeve down to 4. Coleman was still a very, very powerful board. Still a lot of value to be had. Has got some of these Ghostways in hand. Might just fire one off now. Looks to be the case because he can bring all of these back. Is going to potentially try and retarget all of those engines. We have the Ensnaring Bridge back, all of these triggers. Coleman's going to refill his hand almost completely. 3 Restoration Angels, which means he can double up on 3 of these triggers. Otherwise, he's got to return from the graveyard off of that Eternal Witness. He's got Clue Token from the Thraben Inspector. He's got to return from the graveyard to the battlefield off of this Renegade Rallier. He's got card draw off of this Wall of Omens. He's got multiple Flicker Wisps as well as the Restoration Angel, so he can point 5 triggers towards things. But he's going to fire all of these ones. This is at the end step, which means that they will be gone during Maeve's turn. Now, the big factor that you're looking at is, can Coleman get to a position of lining this up for the other end step? Okay. Can a Flicker Wisp target itself? No, but he's targeting it with the Restoration Angel. So the Restoration Angel is going to flicker, or he can have his Flicker Wisps target the Restoration Angel so that the Restoration Angel comes back in at the next end step. But a lot of things to be done, but no, what he's having the Restoration Angels do is re-flicker each of those Flicker Wisps to get 5 of those possible triggers. Whew, a lot of things to be had. So this is now, I believe, at Maeve's end step that all of these things are coming back. And it looks like Coleman is untapping. He may get to do all of this again. Otherwise, he might just attack into this. The big thing is that he does need to be cautious of this Thopter Sword combo because it can go off quite well. Where the sweeper she boarded in, I couldn't tell you. They're actually in the main board. Ooh, that's quite good. That's quite good. I think Coleman just won. I think Coleman just won. Because now Coleman can attack all out when Maeve... Oh, but no, he needs a way to get rid of the ensnaring bridge for a turn. A reclamation sage, but Maeve has a spellskite. So we're going to pay the 1 to bring it over to that. Do we have a way to flicker this? We have a... Oh, but if he has an Eerie Interlude, then he can only flicker one of them. Eerie Interlude doesn't actually force you to hit everything that you have. So, Eerie Interlude... Oh no, but that's at the end step. So, we're just going to Ghostway. We're going to wait until the end step. Alright, so Coleman's setting up for another turn, but now that he's got these Reclamation Sage on the Ghostway, Coleman has got to kill next turn. So the first one is, looks like he's not even caring about the Ensnaring Bridge at the moment. Coleman is just going to decimate this board with a Reclamation Sage every turn with enough Ghostways that every time that it happens, he's going to be casting them. Taking a little bit of a risk by tapping out at this point against a deck where Maeve might be able to Fatal Push this. But with all these Flicker Wisps, he should be able to get rid of all the tokens, be able to get rid of the Ensnaring Bridge eventually. Maeve might be looking to kill this Reclamation Sage soon though, but it looks like all of these Restoration Angels might be going for the Reclamation Sage to try and sweep this board as much as he possibly can. Wow. Jamie, hello, it's good to see you. So many rogues here. You are all amazing and great and awesome. Hello, rogues everywhere. And hello, all the viewers. Hello to everybody else who is out there. You are all amazing. There's 107 of you, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button to join us more in the future. Also, feel free to consider hitting that sub button. We're currently at 185, which puts us only 15 away from giving away a Expedition breeding pool. But otherwise, our next goal for ourselves as a unit to eventually get to is that 250, which is a pretty long way away. But hey, give it time. Give it time. We'll get there. So, in the meantime, more of these triggers. Oh yeah, there are a lot of amazing people in chat tonight, but there always are because they're all amazing. That's right. That's right. You are all my favorite. All right. More of these triggers happening. We're going to keep trying to create some of these Thopters. We do still have the Eternal Witness, which is going to go for this one. No cards are in the graveyard at the moment because of this Relic. Nothing is in the graveyard for this Rallier. We're going to make a clue from this. We're going to draw a couple of cards from the Wall of Omens, and we're going to kick it back. Did she remember to gain her life? Yes, she is at 6, and I just didn't hit save. Jimmy, it's good to see you. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. You're a rock star, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. Tezzeret is coming down. We're going to kick it back. We do still have this Ensnaring Bridge. Coleman? Oh, no, looks like we're not kicking it back just yet. We're going to plus up this Tezzeret, minusing it. Not really where you want to be. You can make a 5-5 all day, but it's not going to be enough to get into the way of all of what is going on Coleman's board. Protecting this Ensnaring Bridge is pretty likely, but at this point, it's going to be pretty difficult for Coleman to lose. Note that Coleman had the ability to destroy the Ensnaring Bridge and didn't. That is pretty telling that he either knows that he can this coming turn, didn't worry about it, or at this point he's just confident in being able to do whatever he needs to. But a Darksteel Citadel is the gain from this Tezzeret plus. We're going to put those on the bottom of the library. Tezzeret is lethal next turn. The big issue is, can Coleman beat it? Coleman can do a lot on this board. Can also use these Flicker Wisps with these Ghostways to just continually reset the Tezzeret. So I wouldn't say that the Tezzeret is lethal, because even if he doesn't have a way to attack through the Ensnaring Bridge this turn, he does have a way to reset that Tezzeret just by using his Ghostways to flicker his Flicker Wisps, have them come in at the end step, and then get rid of the Tezzeret for the entirety of Maeve's turn so that it continually comes in at the end step. But we are going to gain some life off of all of this. So that's cool. We're up to 9. So, with the bridge out, Coleman's saying, well, you've still got the bridge out. Let's see what I can do. Coleman is tapped out at the moment. Oh my goodness. Maeve looks ready to pack it in. Coleman's saying, well, I haven't gotten rid of the bridge yet. Give it a moment. If Coleman can get rid of the bridge, this is going to be pretty close to... Oh no, but Maeve has 3 cards in hand. Because of that, Maeve has now got 3 cards in hand with that Tezzeret Plus and the Thirst for Knowledge. Coleman is able to swing through it. Wow. Wow. What a match. What a match. Alright, let's head back into the booth. Let's see if there's a backup match anywhere. But with only 6 minutes left, I doubt it. But you know what? I can't think of a more brilliant match 1. Way to kick off round 1. We've got 4 rounds tonight. Stick around. Let's head back up to the booth. Let's get ready for round 2. It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a great night. Stick around for more amazing magic. Coleman... Ha! Jen! Coleman is slowly crashing. We'll see you up there. Hello, and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. It's awesome to have you here. You're all great. You're all awesome. You're all amazing. Hit that follow button and join us more in the future. Tezzeret did not win, unfortunately. Neurotoxina, give that Ghostwade list. If you go to Coleman's Twitter, you can see it. Glorious Visionary linked it in there. He does tweet out that list occasionally. It's a favorite of his. Ban TJ. Too OP. Am I too OP? Is that what you're saying? Because I am probably not. Seriously, watch me on Sunday. You'll basically get to see me crash and burn. My hope is that it'll be a bit more burn than crash, but you never can tell. Let's open up this door and see what we can find.
Oh, you're alone.
What's up?
What up?
Hey, hey.
Hey. I forgot I had a Spellskite for a solid half of that game.
You also forgot that you had a Spellskite in game 2.
Oh, yeah, no, the entire game. Like, I don't play Spellskite, and so it was just like, yeah, you flickered my thing, okay. And then it's like, wait, I have blue mana and a Spellskite.
And
what
a Tezzeret ult up.
Yeah, well, so
This is Maeve, by the way.
I'm Maeve. Hi. Well, I totally, I don't know, like, I was trying to play it safe, and I boarded out the Henny's Expertise, because I was like, game 1, it was Rhinos, so it was like, whatever.
No, that doesn't seem...
Game 2, he didn't get to do anything, because he had no lands, so it was
Right.
like, what am I going to need these Expertise for? Like,
Probably that.
game 3 is like, well,
Yeah, the
Probably
Expertise
bring
looked
in
real good in
Expertise.
that game 3.
that game 3 would have just been an absolute blowout, and then I would have been able to get rid of that Thirst for Knowledge has been in my hand since opening,
And then you only discarded 1 card, and then you had 3 cards in hand, and...
yeah, it was really awkward.
I mean, it was fun to watch. That was quite a match to watch.
It was a match. Did you see my, I spent half an hour last night chat,
We had a full conversation about...
full conversation.
I still haven't watched that, by the way.
Yeah, about Brian Kibler hand shuffles, and I learned how to do the Brian Kibler hand shuffle last night. Solid half an hour on this that I spent.
I haven't yet.
I don't regret it.
I haven't yet, but luckily... Alright, you can show me now.
Yeah.
You can show me now.
It's actually really easy. Like,
I bet it is.
Simple when, like, you know what's going on.
You can... How many cards do you need for
Just
it?
like 4.
Alright, I got you a playset of Liliana's.
Nice, dude. Perfect things to bend. So,
Okay.
he holds it
Uh-huh.
right, like...
Well, right, okay,
Like,
okay.
in,
We're
like,
learning the Kibler
in
shuffle.
his nook and, like, his pointer finger.
Right,
And
okay.
then
Uh-huh.
he uses his thumb to push back and hold it with his pinky. So you hold, like...
We're learning right now.
You're, like,
Oh, I'm
over
bad.
it all, like,
Oh, my
it's
bad.
just, like,
My bad.
hanging up,
Okay.
like, I don't have the coordination to do with my other hand yet.
Okay.
So you push with your thumb, right?
Okay.
And then when it just looks really cool when you do it.
I dig it. I dig it. It's true, Tevin.
$400 worth of cards were just casually bending. Don't mind me.
To be fair, I
Yeah,
did
and
not
Earthquakes.
spend $100 on them
You know
Or
what?
$400
Yeah, whatever.
because they
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
used to be that expensive. All right, well now I've learned how to Kibler Shuffle, and I'm going to be tragically bad at it until I decide to get better.
Until you decide to take half an hour to work on your coordination.
Exactly.
Yeah, no big deal.
Until then, I've just been spending all my time trying to get used to like talking while playing MTGO.
That was my thought on the taco stream. Was like,
Just a noob. Wait, hold on. I know who you are. Hold on, I know.
he's just a noob, dude.
No. Just a noob is someone. Hold on. I know who this is, cause you're awesome. Hold on. But welcome. It's great having you. You're a rock star. Dang it.
Thanks, Adam.
I'm totally
okay?
spacing on the name. Why are names so bad? No, I'm not going to
But,
the Pittsburgh GP. I'm going to Vancouver.
How much was my haircut? $20 on a pair of clippers.
That's how much mine was.
Nice, dude.
Score.
No, that was the thought on the taco stream though. Was because first time streaming MTGO, like there's a little bit less going on. You have somebody to talk to just in case. Just
Knew it.
followed him on Twitter. Nice.
All right.
Cool. Well,
All right.
I'm gonna go outside and play magical cards.
Have fun.
I'm gonna leave you to your stream
My-
daily.
My ticking and talking.
Yeah, I'll probably be back in a bit.
Cool. Thank you very much.
See you later, chat.
Peace. Canada, where you live. Yes, I will be at GP Vancouver. I am excited. Magus, I miss you too. Where in Canada? Indeed. Now I feel like I gotta do that Kibler Shuffle all the time. You live in Ontario. Oh, okay. Ah, I'm clicking buttons. Maybe to my own detriment. What am I doing? I don't know. David? Why do we need David? Did I break something again? Oh, no. By the way, I got some help with, man, I don't know. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. We're getting ready for round 2. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. Everybody take a moment, saunter over to your keyboard, swagger on over using those shoulders, get your fingers ready, and do some clickety-clacking into your typing keyboard, and let me know how you are doing. It's important. It is important, right? Because I can say how I'm doing, and I'm doing great, and I'm excited for Sunday, and I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for Legacy on Friday, and I'm excited to go to Vancouver the following weekend. Though I'm excited about all these things, I'm feeling much better when I was under the weather this last weekend. So all that stuff is awesome. But let me know how you're doing. It's important to know that we are a community, which means that you all get to say how you're doing. That's the beautiful thing. Doro, I completely agree. And it saddens me, but it's been coming for a bit, and it's for the best for him. Ant-Man is good. Saddle K is good. It's muggy out. Ooh, muggy can be good though, right? Because you can have a mug of hot chocolate. Unbanned TJ, thanks Moon Toadfoot. I'm glad that you are great. Just a Noob, you good? Just finished getting your stream set up. Everybody, I highly recommend that you follow Just a Noob. I highly recommend it. It's worth it. Check it out. I know that I'll be getting it checked out. I'm going to be doing my first stream from my other account come this Sunday. And Just a Noob, when is yours kicking off? I look forward to watching. What is my favorite deck in Modern to play right now? Burn. Foz. It is 100% Burn. Tevin, you are fine. Nice. You're expecting some cards from Geek Fortress Games. Very exciting. Glorious Visionary. Blind Agent is doing pretty good. You just made a Jund Land Destruction list. I like it. It's rude. That's awesome. Let's see what else. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Genius. I hope that it gets better, because you're great.
He is great.
Right? Alright, I should change the commentators to TJ Rogers and you. I've done that in the past, and people said that it was weird. I thought it was pretty clever. But you know what? I'll do it anyway. You got it.
Ryan on the wall.
Ryan is on the wall.
First Logan on the wall.
Wait, what?
Just kidding, Logan. They're sitting in each other's laps playing. It's weird.
That is weird. Oh, see, I put Ryan Ray.
Sorry. Yeah, Ryan versus Logan.
Okay, and is this the blue-black Tron? Oh, by the way, this is the store owner, Dylan. What are you going to do when we get to 200 people by the end of the month?
Giving something away. It's
Expedition
very
breeding.
shiny.
Oh, are you trying to keep it under wraps? Because I've been saying it a lot.
Oh yeah, no, go for it. It's totally okay.
Expedition Breeding Pool. It's going to be awesome. This is the guy who's willing to give up that card to all of you for the low cost of
Nothing. Well, I guess $5 or nothing. Being a random person.
being a sub.
Being a random person.
Being one of being one of
masses.
200 subs means
more.
that we get to give it away to anybody.
True.
If that's how it goes. Who are the
So-
5 best rappers of all time? Oh,
Haha.
Dylan.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah. All right.
Ready to start a timer?
I am ready to start the timer.
It looks like they are too.
All right, let's do it. We'll see you down there. And click. All right, I totally forgot to reset the life totals and whatnot, so I'm going to do that now really quick and click some other buttons. What we have got is Unburial Dredge, which sounds ridiculous, right? Well, it kind of is, but it's also pretty awesome. So, what this is a dredge deck, but it pulled out the for Golgari Grave Troll, which became banned. That makes sense, right? But what it slotted in was particularly awesome. What it slotted in was 2 Golgari Thugs, a Gristlebrand, and an Unburial Rites. How does this deck end up on camera every week? Which one? But I don't know. We just like to show some things, and if certain people if it's a cool matchup, then we'll show it. We sometimes try to avoid some of the matchups that you can see on any given stream. Okay. Cut into 200 pieces and give it to everyone. Ooh. I can see that. Motec Max. Send it to me on Twitter at RedBaronMTG. I'll happily take a look at it. So, we've got a Cathartic Reunion from Logan. We're going to be discarding 2 cards here. Thanks for the auto host, Melvin. Okay. What else have we got? What is your starting life total pre-bolt? 20. Yep. Can I reach the Ghostway list? I think we've linked to it a couple of times. If anybody wants to grab this particular list from that Twitter account, you're more than welcome to post it into chat. Has he thought about doing Craterhoof instead of Gristlebrand? He has actually thought about... He likes the Gristlebrand because it allows him to actually do massive Conflagrates. Oh, it's not on his Twitter. Alright, well that's the one to look at. I'll see if I can have him tweet it out. So, we've got a Condescend for Ryan on the battlefield, which is going to take that down. And so far, Logan not able to do quite as much as he'd like to do with these 2 Condescends. So far, keeping Logan off of this Cathartic Reunion. We've got another Tron Land coming down. We've got 2 pieces of that puzzle so far. Not a whole lot else going on at the moment. And we're going to dredge this Stinkweed Imp that we discarded. We've got a Dredge, 5 here, a Bloodghast, several lands, a Conflagrate, and looks to be another Stinkweed Imp. Yeah, with Conflagrate, it's hilarious. So, looks like a remand. Ryan, stopping him again. Draws into an island, has a Solemn Simulacrum, and the following turn is going to have a Torrential Gearhulk available. Oh, man. So, we were going to dredge the Stinkweed Imp. Logan is going to... Looks like he's probably going to try going for this Life from the Loam again, but Ryan is eventually going to be able to actually cast this Torrential Gearhulk to counter the Conflagrate or anything like that. Oh, man. That... Alright, we're trying again. This looks mono blue. He's been blue-black in the past. It is possible that he went back to just blue. But the blue-black in the past was a pretty small splash overall to mostly just get him into things like Thopter Foundry. So it is possible that this is now mono blue, and just how it's looking, I think you are right. and we'll represent it as such until we see the black mana base. What are those islands? I believe Mirage, but someone else might be able to help me out. So, nice. So we're going to dredge this life from the one. We do get them burial rights into the graveyard. So now we are just the white mana base away from being able to actually flash back a Gristlebrand once we have one in the graveyard, which is going to be a big one for Logan because he does also have that Conflagrate. But remember, Ryan sitting with a Torrential Gearhulk in hand, which might actually just become a way for him to stop something and then start applying a lot of pressure. But it looks like he's going to be more patient than that at the time. Oh, no, looks like that is not the case. Looks like he's going to remand this for the time being, and he is looking to start swinging for 7. Is that a Haven of the Spirit Dragon? Yes, it is, the Scarlet Spud. It gets back Ugin, which you can actually, so you can set up some situations where you get an Academy Runes, a Crucible of Worlds, a Haven of the Spirit Dragon, and an Ugin off of a Giftsum Given, and you are guaranteed to start casting an Ugin. Which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Glorious Visionary, I hope in front of Mirage Lands you just forgot to put Arabian Nights Mountains. So, we do have the Sacred Foundry off of this. The big reason why that is useful is that it does allow him to actually cast this on Burial Rights. Otherwise, it looks like Ryan drew into... actually, that is a Thirst for Knowledge. Ryan might fire this one off in the main phase. A, because it can draw him into some interaction that he'll need and might affect his plays. The other side of that coin is that it might also dig him into potentially the last piece of Tron that he needs. So, we're going to fire this one off using one of these Tron lands, keeping up all the others. We don't hit that one, but we do hit a Crucible of Worlds. We might try to keep that one. Also, a Platinum Angel in hand. So, as this continues to go, one thing that Ryan needs to be cautious of is that Conflagrate if he plays out that Platinum Angel, because then Logan just needs to point 4 damage at that, and he will be able to attack for a lethal amount just through the more natural way. But a Buried Ruin in this hand, as well as a Urzaland, as well as a Haven of the Spirit Dragon, a basic island, and a Platinum Angel. Could end up using this Buried Ruin to get back anything in that, really actually a good amount of stuff. Hello, Time Walking. It is good to see you. Hello to everybody who is out there. You are all rock stars in my book. I am happy to see you here. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. It means the world to me to have your support and your viewership. And it's really phenomenal having you all here. So thank you. From Logan's side of the battlefield, taking a pretty good hit from this Torrential Gearhulk, down to 9, and it looks like Ryan is wanting to have this Solemn Simulacrum take a hit for the team. What's up, Guy Montags? It's good to see you. Again, congratulations on your first place regionals list. So, what else have we got from Logan? A lot of lands available. We do have some Stinkweed Imps. Huh. I remember that quote. That was a fun quote. You are welcome, Guy Montags. Also, do remember, I'm going to keep trying to do these itty-bitty little plugs. And we've got a little bit of a hit. We're going to go down to 18. We did get to draw a card off of that. Looks to be another land. Okay. They were drawing lines on the screen, kind of sportscast. Bruce By, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's something that we've thought about, and we have looked into it. It's technology that we have the capability of doing, but it also means that, like, our first step before anything else is getting a machine which can handle the higher level of processing power. This computer is currently actually maxed over what we should be doing. but a Conflagrate is going to get fired off here, and with that being the out of the yard, Ryan now suddenly has the option of playing out this Platinum Angel with relative safety. If not, I mean, it's still at risk of the other Conflagrates, but it's certainly safer than it was before. But I don't know. DRK, honestly, I'm open to being either. I've done enough solo streaming that I could probably do either, but I think I'd be better at play-by-play. I think that I'm better at play-by-play, but I don't know. Mardok, it's good to see you. Welcome. But yeah, I would love to do something like that. It takes a lot of technology, a lot of preparation, and a bunch of money. We are interested in it. We've looked into it lightly, but not as deeply as we could have. There's a lot of implementation that needs to go forward, and it hasn't been super high on the priority list. Maybe I'll look into actually making the next machine that we get more powerful than we were expecting, so that I can leave some room for that. Because now that you mention it, like, it had gotten brushed away from my mind for a bit, and just saying that makes me pretty excited. That's awesome. Thank you. What's up, Zach? It's good to see you. Alright, more dredging from Logan. Someone else, please. I would really genuinely appreciate it. Thank you, Doro. I don't know what a Wacom is, to be honest. So, 3 mana for Logan, and we are going to go for a Faithless Looting. Probably going to be dredging in the meantime. We're really looking for a way to get these prized... Ooh, and we do have a Narcomoeba as well as a prized Amalgam. That's the way to do it. We've also got those Bloodghasts in the graveyard. Also, remember that Logan actually has got a Rally the Peasants in his graveyard. This is not something to forget. One, if you're us, and definitely if you're Ryan, you don't want to forget that this card is lurking around in the graveyard. Let's take a quick look at it. Oh, I didn't know that, Glorious Visionary. I didn't know that. Why is Logan putting cards in exile? He isn't. So he puts his exile pile completely in a different spot, and then he has a... Basically, he separates his graveyard into one spot, which is the relevant cards, and then the other one is the cards that don't interact nearly as much. What's up, Ezekiel? It's good to see you. I hope you are having a wonderful day, morning, night, whatever it is. Blackjack? He doesn't need to. This ain't Legacy. Oh, Tevin said at the same time. Tevin, mental high five. Yes. Okay. Funny enough, Neurotoxina, we actually had an advantage bar months and months and months ago. It does help your opponent as well, but really you shouldn't be misrepresenting the board state anyway. Gerard2311, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. What's that foil land? That is a Talaria West, which he was able to use to tutor up a 0-mana card from his graveyard, that being Walking Ballista, the new XX00 that enters with X +1/+1 counters. Pay 4 to put a +1/+1 counter on it, remove a counter from it to deal 1 damage to target creature or player on Logan's side of the battlefield. 2 of these prized amalgams, as well as 3 of those Bloodghasts. That's 10 damage on the battlefield. The Super Bowl was fantastically cool. Maeve.
I need to work on my Tron matchup.
Your Tron matchup is going to be abysmal always.
Yep. Speaking of Tron, we've got a Platinum Angel on the field. Indeed we do.
The Super Bowl was great. And, yeah, the touchscreen thing is certainly an option. It would take a bunch... We've considered basically building an entire overlay that has the touchscreen as well as all the buttons on it and doesn't require a traditional keyboard, but that requires a lot of technical stuff.
No. I'm gonna make an app.
If you went into rules layer, is it legal to create separate zones on the board? As long as your board is clearly represented, you can mostly do whatever you want, as long as you and your opponent both agree to it.
Strange how magic works.
Yeah,
as long as it's within making the game go as it should.
The easiest way to avoid judge calls in Magic is to clearly communicate with your opponent. Talk to them.
Talking with people who would have guessed.
Yep. All right.
Reign of Tears. There you go. That's what I should get for Tron.
Sure.
Yeah, dude.
Sure. Honestly, we got the idea for the advantage bar from an article that was written over a year ago. We tried it out. It turned out kind of a failure as far as our perspective went, so we discontinued it.
Takes a little bit more support from more people than you have available to you.
If we had more than 2 people at most working on it, then we could potentially try it.
Yeah.
Alright. Glorious Visionary, that's fair. Mostly just for drawing on the screen, but we could probably do it with a mouse too. So, we have got the Walking Ballista out, plus a ton of mana,
Whoa.
because of this assembled thing.
Nate calling me Skrillex. Everybody knows it's off-brand Skrillex. Thank you. Calm down, Nate.
Otherwise, we've got the, Faithless Looting.
Am I over a second? In chat?
Yes.
Make fun of people in chat more.
Perfect. So, we have got some of those Stinkweed Imps getting discarded from Logan's Dredge. We also do have, looks like, a Life from the Loam might be one of the cards that we try to dredge here. It does give him the chance to fill this up, get some of these lands back, which lets him get back the Bloodghasts, which I think he put one of them into the graveyard. Ryan is at 13, though, so they won't have haste, and that is a big old swing and a miss. He also does have a Gristlebrand in the graveyard, as well as an Unburial Rites, I believe. Yes, he's got an Unburial Rites, I think the 4th or 5th card in, and a Gristlebrand is the second to last, so now Logan is suddenly in a territory of firing off a Gristlebrand, and if he can get a Conflagrate into the graveyard, which it looks like he has got 2 of them.
Yeah. Well,
In
he doesn't
there.
have many cards in his library though. He's gotta go quick.
True, and he's also at 3.
Yeah.
So he's
so you
Logan
just
is-
keep Ballista and then Buried Ruin next turn for a lot, right?
you don't even actually, you've got a active Tron with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He can just Ballista him for 5 next turn.
Does he have one in hand? Do we know?
Oh, what?
Ballista.
He's got one on the battlefield.
That's what I'm saying. So you Ballista this turn, so it gets in the graveyard, right?
I mean, you could just untap and Ballista.
Oh, right, because you can just make the count. Duh.
Yeah.
I forgot about the adding part.
Jake Ross, thank you so much for the sub.
Free sub goes out to
Tommy Moonray,
Moonray.
here's the love because his heart is always everywhere. But thank you so much for the sub. It's a pleasure to have you. I don't know.
Thought you were gonna say it, huh?
Oh, man, thank you so much. That brings us to 187, which means 2 things. 1, you're awesome. And 2,
We're one step closer.
it means that there was a sub that I missed because it didn't actually give the notification.
What a jerk.
Which means that that's on me or it's on Streamlabs, but nonetheless, thank you to whoever you are out there in the world.
Just because we don't mention you doesn't mean we don't appreciate you.
Exactly. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Let's give away a breeding pool. That sounds fun.
Not quite. Almost. 13 more subs.
No, but let's do it. Let's get there.
Yeah.
Just a fortnight?
Surprise!
Thank you so much, Just a Fortnight. It was you! You're so sneaky! Thank you so much for the support, and I gotta say, thanks for this mug. This mug is one of the coolest
Get that
parts of my
corn
life.
out of my face.
It's one of the best parts of my life right now, alongside this stream. And now, they become one,
He carries
whenever I
with
mention it.
He carries it with him everywhere.
Basically... Do I take fatigue damage, like Hearthstone in this game? Nope. Mostly because I don't know what that
There are
is.
the Kappa faces, so I'm assuming he meant Kappa.
Oh, okay. I took fatigue damage this weekend.
Oh, wow! He was tired.
I was exhausted. Oh, man. Show the mug up close? You got it.
Get that corn out of my face.
Get that corn out of my face. And it's Nacho Libre. Oh, man. No, you're the best. You're the best.
No, you're the best.
I know you. Oh, that just reminded me of that episode of Futurama with the, when he got the, what was it, the Lucy Lou? No, you got the
What?
when he was dating a robot. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Someone
maybe
else will get
this
it.
isn't something that we should be saying on a family-friendly stream.
Dating a robot?
Yeah,
Eh. It's Futurama.
that's fair. Futurama used to be on later, so the kids couldn't see it.
True. All right, we'll move forward from it. Well, look at all those itty bitty kappas.
I wanna.
No, you don't want to pick them
No,
yet.
is
You know-
Baral Gift Storm actually a thing? Because
Yeah, it
that
is.
sounds like me.
Yeah, it is.
I like that.
It's been a thing lately. John Finkel's been playing it. It's a
Sounds
gift
great,
storm
dude.
deck.
Yeah,
Gifts and Given Storm.
I can dig it.
Remember that time that the green screen fell on us? Which time? Because it's been a lot.
It's been a few.
It's been quite a bit.
I'll deface anybody's problem.
That quote is so bad out of context.
What's better is when somebody quotes you quoting somebody else.
You know, Michael Scott did that.
Yeah. That's funny. Quote Michael Scott. Quote Anonymous.
No, he was like da 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 da. Michael Scott or da da da. Michael Scott. The flail too strong? The flail's
yeah.
never too strong. The flail is just good enough at all times. Which, interestingly, is why Magikarp is actually the most powerful Pokemon.
That's because he grows up to be big and strong when he has his Popeye spinach.
Yeah, as long as you hit that B button, keep him from evolving into garbage.
What?
So,
You got me.
You know, I would deny it, but certainly there's a little bit of Michael Scott in us all.
Yeah. I think that's the spirit of Michael Scott. Kind of like Tommy Moonray.
We all cringe because he's us.
We've all done something like similar to what Michael Scott does before.
That's what it was.
Give me 100% of the shots you'll take. Wayne Gretzky. Quote Michael Scott.
That's such a.
The Office is just good.
Oh
The
man.
Office and Scrubs and stuff.
Ah man. So now heading into game 2, I think they're using a dinosaur to represent the game wins, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
That's what they're for.
In game Generation 1, you can go through the Pokemon lead with such Magikarp. Well, sure, if you're on easy mode. What's up, Holy Diva? It's good to see ya.
Hey, Holy Diva.
What's up, the JPEG? It's good to see ya. You're great. Your format is still relevant in today's computer high-speed world. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright, so the Faithless Lead is going to get a Golgari Thug in the graveyard, and it's going to be joined by its friend Bloodghast.
Yeah. I've heard that those are pretty good together.
Yeah, they're friends. They've gotten along in the past. They've had a little bit of, Golgari Thug was out of the scene for a bit.
Yeah.
Just tried settling down, trying to get a full-time job.
Sure.
Just didn't really work out for him, actually.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to develop the legacy that he was really hoping to, so he's trying to
He's coming back.
Update his
He's
style.
clawing his way back through the
Yeah.
graveyard.
yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Alright, so, interesting matchup. You are welcome, Moon Toadfoot, but I think this was the work of probably Dylan and Coleman, I suppose?
Do what?
Getting the matchup.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Okay, so the Bloodghast is out. Still the graveyard? His dredges have been outstandingly medium right now. Did you see that lich?
Nice, dude.
That is a lich! I love it. I love it.
I can dig it.
Can ya?
Can you dig it?
I can't remember the first name of that lich.
No, it's
not the phylactery
No, it's
lich.
the Pharaoh.
Oh, it's the Undead Pharaoh?
Or
Or the-
no, something. I know when it's a thing attacks, and then you sack it, and then you put it on top of your library.
We'll Kibler Google it.
Kibler, Google it later.
The JPEG, you're...
Vengeful Pharaoh. Vengeful Pharaoh?
That's it! You nailed it. You beat chat.
Haha, I win.
You beat chat.
Suck it, chat.
Be nice.
I love you, chat.
So, thank you, the JPEG. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for having the account. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Phylactery Lich is a 3 for 5/5, or 3 black for 5/5. And he's effectively indestructible.
It's
except
part of Nourishing Lich.
he's I am nice, usually.
Yeah, I mean, your snark is like your defining trait.
It kind of is.
We spent 20 minutes last night debating over how much you're Batman.
And then we spent half an hour making laundry puns, and I found out TJ doesn't know how to do laundry entirely.
It goes in dirty, it comes out clean. It's all you need to know.
You know what?
What's up, Zach? It's good to see you.
There's stuff you have to do in between.
Yeah, like dry it. So,
Yeah.
we've got a stinkweed coming on down. We're going to dredge that one as well as a conflagrate and a prized amalgam ung.
He didn't know permanent press isn't exactly the same as press, as
They're both.
washed and pressed.
They're all both on the washer.
Pressing is ironing.
I don't iron
Permanent
anything.
press is washing it to a point where it gets a lot of the wrinkles out.
Rap Game Audio, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for the sub there. 4 months.
Seriously! Subs are awesome.
That's a lot of months.
Also,
dude.
4 months in a row. Also, entire name, 3 cool things.
Yeah.
Rap and game and audio.
I like having audio.
Troy, I know. We all have been. Good to see you, Boot. How did Mono Blue Tron win game 1 without walking Ballista?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And also by countering all the cathartic reunions. I'm doing so good,
You want to
G-Love
discard
Mancer.
cards? No. You don't get to discard cards?
Yep. So Logan assembled a bit of a board. Ryan was able to counter all the crucial draw spells early on. And then he was able to put down a Platinum Angel after Logan exhausted his first Conflagrate.
Hey, Lava Man.
Okay. So,
Conflagrate. Just drop our hand, fam.
yeah, this looks like a pretty good Conflagrate. I imagine that he's going to go all face.
I mean, are we gonna conflagrate your Bloodghasts or something? Like, that seems like a bad play.
And I'm not sure what the judge call is happening at the moment.
I imagine it has something to do with... Yeah, so...
It doesn't matter! Logan apparently was wondering if he could just not discard anything?
Oh, or what if the discarding was part of the resolution or the cost?
No, because it's part of the cost.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea what just happened, but it worked out. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's likely as well.
More up on stuff like that? I am up on stuff like that.
Up on stuff like what? Vengeful Pharaoh?
No, how a washer works.
Yeah, exactly. Like, TJ is like the one guy who'd be like, hey, TJ, how do I wash this shirt from this brand?
You know I can, though,
and
right?
I believe you. I feel just like laundry seems to be like one of the things that like you would have a working like on the spot working knowledge of.
I do.
You didn't know a few things. All I'm saying.
I'm entertained by stuff.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Logan takes game 2
Yeah,
as Maeve decides to distract.
yeah, I'm good at that.
It's okay. I'll just kick you out if it happens.
You just built Harabi. I just took Harabi apart. Did you take my Harabi?
I did learn who Batman was, though.
Yeah, dude.
This is why TJ is always buying more shirts. I hate buying clothes.
Because he doesn't wash.
I hate buying
We'll
clothes.
wear it once and ditch it.
Oh, man. Are there any flashy and burial rights targets? Yes. A Gristlebrand. So what does Dredge do? Dredge is a mechanic that is printed on the card, so it can have Dredge X.
Yep.
What it says that if the card is in your graveyard, if you would draw a card, you can instead put that many cards from your library into your graveyard.
Important to note, it's not a trigger or anything. It's a replacement effect.
Yes. And basically, instead of drawing the card, you do that, and you get that card into your hand instead of the draw. It's pretty solid, and apparently there might even be a command for it, but doesn't appear to be the case. One of the targets in Logan's sideboard from Burial Rites, I believe he has also got an Elish Norn, an Iona, and a Sundering Titan.
All very good cards.
Yes.
I
I haven't
heard-
bought a dinosaur onesie in years. It just still fits. Alright, so, what else can you expect from this matchup? Oh no, I'm actually curious as to how Ryan defeats this one. Probably just
I think he just
bit of
repeats
graveyard
game
hit.
one, like, right?
counter everything.
Just draw all of the counters, like, right?
Counter the stuff that enables the broken draws.
Yep.
Cyclonic Rift, the
You guess Cyclonic Rift?
oh yeah, it's
I
Mono
didn't
Blue
even
Tron.
know that.
It's Mono Blue Tron.
Mono Blue Tron doesn't earn Cyclonic Rift. I thought it was just straight up a rush to get the lockout.
No, it's a control deck first and foremost.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, Cyclonic Rift is sweet. I mean, it's like a 1 of, maybe a 2 of, but pretty much just a 1 of. Let's see. So, looks like we have got mulligans on both sides of the battlefield.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of nice of both players. The only problem is that Logan mulligans much
Unless they both agree to go to 7.
much better than Ryan. Much. If they both agree to a draw and then go to 7, and then it goes into game 4. Fun rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is why, interestingly, the rules state that it's not the best of 3, but the first to 2. Fun facts are fun. Any cheers in the room? Martin's on Affinity, so I don't actually know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Why can't MTGBot use our emotes? Because it isn't subbed.
Simple.
It's actually that simple.
Yeah, dude.
We can pay Dan Bopes the money for it to be a subscriber, but we didn't really feel that that was worth it. Since we'd
Not
rather,
really necessary.
buy a second computer and cameras and equipment and playmats and, like, a new playmat, which we're going to eventually get.
Yeah,
We're working
that
on a
one's-
redesign.
That one's definitely.
It's had its time.
It's been there.
It's been there. Okay. So,
He played the transmute. What? That feels terrible. Unless he has natural Tron.
what else have
He's got
we
power plant
got?
and tower. I don't see mine.
Yeah, Tower and Talaria West. I mean, it's a good way to just have some counterplay up. Something
Yeah.
like a Remand would be decent, but Remand probably isn't in this deck after sideboarding, just because it's pretty out medium.
I mean, like, you really don't care about Remand in this matchup?
I'm not in love with it, though it is able to hit a Conflagrate amazingly well, so maybe it
Yeah.
is still in there.
Sure.
Ooh, and hitting a Cathartic Arena and forcing the discard again sounds kind of fun. Okay, maybe it's still in. Maybe it's still in. I can get behind a Remand.
But Logan likes discarding.
Yeah, but hitting a Conflagrate sounds awesome.
Yeah, I don't entirely disagree. There's the Vengeful, though.
I do.
Is the Vengeful combat damage? Or is that
It is
like-
combat damage.
So, not Ballista.
But it would not kill Ballista.
Sure.
It would hit something like a Torrential Gearhulk if they started getting aggressive with that, though.
Sure.
Still, we've got the Narcomoebas out on the battlefield from these triggers. We've also got some Prized Amalgams, which are going to be coming in, and it looks like we're passing the turn.
Yeah.
Told ya.
You know what
Cyclonic
this
Rift.
deck needs?
Which
The
one?
Dredge one.
More Unburial Rites targets?
Yeah.
Or go Grave Troll?
Oh, I feel like it's been how many times that he's dredged. Even in the last game, like I saw like a Grizzlebrand, and that was really about it.
Right?
Like it seems like mashed in there, right?
Oh yeah, it's super just mashed in there. It's a one. He ran a Sacred Foundry,
Sure.
and then all he did was replace the Grave Trolls with 2 Thugs, an Unburial Rites, and a Gristlebrand. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Who am I to judge?
I told him it's bad, and
Sure.
he has said, yeah, I know it's bad, but it's also sweet. And I've said, all right, do it.
Go for it.
That's basically...
Who am I to turn down your brewing?
And then I've watched him, draw 14 cards and then Conflagrate for 17, so...
That's okay.
It's pretty cool.
That's a pretty okay spell.
It was pretty cool to see. Otherwise, Logan's got a little bit of pressure. Ryan's still at 20. But now that you've got 7 damage on the field, this is suddenly a 3-turn clock, forcing Ryan to have an answer, and he hasn't assembled Tron yet. Does have a Condescend in hand, if Logan tries to do anything just yet.
Anything funny? Any funny business?
Is Dredge the most high variance deck in Modern? No. Not even close. It's
No.
one of the more consistent decks. actually. It can mulligan to 4 and just wreck.
That's kind of like the upside of dredge is, as long as you have a dredge creature and a way to drop it, like, you're in business.
And business
Is
is booming. Worth it. So
Yep,
we're dumb.
we are.
Oh man,
Conflagrate for 5?
it seems okay.
Seems good.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a sizable hit.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Highest variance? I don't know. I'm still not sure if I would call it like the most high variance deck. There are certainly ones with a higher variance, but I can see like the deck does a lot of the same thing every time.
Yeah.
It can get a little bit of different results, but as far as like hands that are cubable, the whole deck does the same thing. But there's definitely higher variance decks. Oh man. Indeed. Especially if you start dipping out of like the established tier decks.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool stuff.
Well, just any sort of... A lot of ramp decks, I feel like, kind of...
Sure.
You don't see a ramp. What are you going to ramp into? Like, it's like seeing Tron without an expedition map.
Yeah, seems like always.
I mean,
But we
Ryan
only
has a
remember
map
those times.
Right now, like,
Yeah, but he's gonna get an Academy runs before he gets last piece of Tron.
sure.
The Grishelbrand deck is probably a pretty good one. Yeah. Bantel Drowsy might be a good one as well, too. Alright, so we do have an island... Though, maybe there is an argument.
Yeah.
Because if he can
Bantel
go
Drowsy,
to
like,
1, and then minus that Ugin, it becomes pretty difficult for him to lose except to a Bloodghast. But Ugin is so good because it exiles. So maybe his game plan is to survive until he can just drop this Ugin.
Exiling against a graveyard deck? That
Yeah.
seems terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Kappa HD.
Regular Kappa.
I like the HD one. I'll be honest. It's pretty nifty.
Alright, so we're gonna get the last piece of Tron. Do we have anything to do with this little bit last of mana? Can the Dredge player keep all their graveyard together and not represent? This is actually... Pretty much, I actually kind of like this way. I can understand the confusion, but for him, it's probably just the easiest way for him to do it. All of his relevant cards are super easy to recognize, and the cards that don't matter are sideways, and then his exile is elsewhere. But the only other way would to just be have those lands like the other way around, and it's not really worth opening the door and shouting them at him. Look like for broadcasting from a pool? We are broadcasting from a pool.
A Cryptic pool.
Okay. And look at that.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Ryan didn't have a whole lot going on.
Nope.
Nope. Was not able to get to, oddly enough, an Ugin
Yeah.
before dying. Which is odd. Which is odd.
So Logan took out his package, his burial package.
Yep. That would be interesting. Though the Mindslaver. Oh, are they talking about what would happen if the Mindslaver happened? He could just go for the Gristlebrand and pay on life. That'd be kind of cool.
But if you go under 7 life, you can't pay 7 life.
No, you wouldn't be able to go for the full kill.
You're just gonna conflagrate yourself, I guess.
This is actually round 2, and I'm just bad at updating stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, any chance for another Game 3 possible?
I'll let you know.
We'll see. Let's head on
Alright,
up.
let's see you there.
Hello, and thank you for joining. My name is TJ. This is the Geek Fortress stream. We are hanging out, having a good time with some Modern. If you are just joining us for the first time, be sure to hit that follow button and join us in the future. Just watch Dredge take down Mono Blue Tron after Mono Blue Tron went for some cool stuff in that game 1. Other than that, in the first game, we did get to see Ghostway Obzon up against Tezzerator. The Obzon Ghostway deck eventually able to take the
Round three will
win
be after the games
there.
that are playing.
All right, and round 3 going to be coming up shortly, so stick with us. There's more Magic coming. Nothing else on this game, on this round 2, but round 3 is coming soon, and we've been getting some of those sweet, sweet grindy matchup. Hello, and thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. You're all great, you're all awesome, and you're all amazing. But yeah, we changed the background pretty much it kind of whenever we feel like it. That's kind of the biggest thing. You just proxied the Saheeli Felidar combo in Modern. Last night I actually played against someone playing Jeskai, Saheeli, but they also had the Nahiri combo in it. So it was the Nahiri and the Saheeli combo. Played it against it with Burn, and I managed to deflecting palm their Emrakul in the game 3. Why don't I sit more central? I was sitting more central, but may have jumped in, and so then I scooped over, and now I just realized that I should go back into the center. I did have it set, I just forgot. Thank you. Felidar combos with Kiki. Does combo with Kiki? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. What else? Savage? It was fun. It was fun. They actually went to 1 off of it. They were at 16 when I got to do it. It was brutal. Oh man. Bombtron, it is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Any Grixis Delver in the room? I don't know, Chillith. I've got some other people out there picking the matches, since I don't actually have access to like taking a look out there at the moment. So I do not know. But if we do have it, we will do our best. Super good point. The Falcons did lose a 28-3 lead, though that was one of the greatest Super Bowls ever, no matter how you feel about the players. Man, whoa man. I just realized that there is 280 of you out there. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for just... Thank you. It does mean the world to me to have you all here. It's just awesome that I get to do this. And I'm really excited to do the home stream as well, and hopefully the same community kind of fosters itself of like positivity and awesomeness and just doing cool stuff. I'm really excited to stream from home and start playing more. I'm nervous about it because it's just different, and I'm going to have to kind of get used to playing and talking at the same time as opposed to just kind of doing the commentary and talking at the same time. But I'm still pretty hyped about it. I'm excited. That's this Sunday at noon. When is GP Vancouver? It is the weekend after this coming one. So on the 12th, was it? Is it on the Sunday the 12th at noon Pacific time? The TJ stream is kicking off. I'm excited though. I'm excited. Should be fun. Can't Palm Force draws? It can. It can, and I've done it. It's exciting. Did in the pre-release actually. That was cool. It became a judge call. Hooray. Am I going to stream from the same channel? I am not. I will type in the one that I will be streaming from. Go ahead and follow on that account, Red Baron MTG. That is the account that I will be streaming from. You can take a look at it. I've been adding some stuff on there. If you would like to give me some feedback on all the stuff that I've added there, I'd certainly appreciate it, since most of the stuff that's on the Twitch page was done in some rough drafts and things like that. What burn Trist... What burn list am I on today? I am on Boros Burn these days. What goes first after a draw? The same person who did before gets to pick again. Basically, I believe. I believe if you draw, the person who chose gets to choose again. Okay. What would be the circumstance that caused a draw with Palm? You're at 3 and they're at 3. They attack with 2 3/3s and you're deflecting Palm one of them. Would do it. It would do it. Okay. Phantasmal image. Oh man, that sounds complicated. Yep. But we should be heading into that round 3 soon. I did get one request for Grixis Delver, or specifically Delver or anything Grixis. Are there any other requests in the room? I would happily hear them, and I can pass them along to someone who would be willing to listen. Like Coleman! Like Coleman! I'm so subtle. We did get a request for Grixis Delver, if it's at all an option.
It is not an option, sorry.
Alrighty. Well, there we go. Is Ian on Kiki Cord?
Yes.
Maybe that if that's an option?
Maybe.
No, her name is Maeve. Ha!
I don't know. I only talk to winners.
Oh no! Oh man. Are you out there?
Am I out there?
Is Jason out there?
Jason?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Jason, you're so tricksy. Okay. Oh, you got me. I got bamboozled. I got bamboozled. I got bamboozled. Do we know what's out there? Nope.
I know there's a mill deck
Is there?
because he's got four crypt incursions in his hand.
Oh.
He's playing against Bushwhacker. It's not going to go well for him.
Oh. Okay. So let's say Kiki Cord, Mill, or possibly if there's any Jeskai out there, that kind of stuff might be kind of interesting.
I will check. I know for a fact there's Kiki Cord, and I know for a fact there's no Grixis Delver. Those are the two
Okay.
I know.
Okay. That's okay. That's enough of me for me to work on. How are we doing time-wise for the next round?
We got about 5 minutes.
Do we?
Yep.
All right. I can dig that. All right. Cool. I appreciate it.
No problem.
What's up, Returning Dawn? It's good to see you. Apparently people are liking the idea of Mill. You're all great. And apparently there's a quote. It's really putting up numbers. Wow, that's... Ooh, is the Twitch alert donation not happening? Let's take a look. Did I miss something? Let's find out. Let us find out right now. Oh, wrong email account. Let's see what we can do. 6 words. You know what? If people want to play 6 words, let's do it. Hey, I did miss something. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I dig it. I'm thinking I'm searching. Oh, because I don't think... Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Cruising down the street in my 6'4". Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. You're a rock star and you're great and you're all kinds of super-de-duper cool. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that follow. 6 words. State of Modern. Seems pretty great, really. Dig it. Yeah. I actually kind of like it. Ooh, box of hats. Hello to your... Hello 3-year-old. I don't know your name, but you're still amazing. Go to sleep, wake up, and have an incredible day. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. And you are going to be fantastic. Sleep well. And thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Oh, man. Kai100. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hold on. I can look. Let's see here. I do not see a note on that one. But I'm not sure why. I do not know why. But I do not see it at the moment. Alright, so, 6 words. Should you put a Plains in your burn deck? No. 6 words. Worst matchup you have ever played. I don't know. I play because I love it. That was 1 word. Her name is Scotia! Scotia, what a fantastic name! What a great name! Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Oh, man. Have I thought about being the next Mr. Rogers? I am Mr. Rogers. You want TJ shouting at me every day when you wake up? Oh. Holy Diva, you just give me a call every morning. We'll make that happen. I can do that. You give me a call. You get that service. But it is my pleasure, Box of Hats. That is my pleasure. Alright, what is my favorite basic land? Mountain. Absolutely. Did you say Rockstar? Yes. Alright. It said no excuses for NTG about to be unsubbed anymore. Would we actually use the emotes in it? You're gonna... Oh, man. Holy Dev, if you want me to, I will record you something. I will 100% do that. Not snow-covered mountain? No, I prefer the original mountain. But which basic mountain? My favorite basic mountain... there's a couple. I really like... I really like the Arabian Nights one. I really like the John Avon one, that it's just the iconic, like, just in a mountain. I really enjoy the ones from Kamigawa. I thought those ones were incredible. You were in an igloo you built, and you're watching the stream. No way. No way. What? Oh, the Mirage ones are incredible. There's so many good mountains. I can't pick just one. I like so many of them. The Ravnica ones are beautiful. The Kaladesh ones are gorgeous. I really like the full art ones with that cool arch thing from oh man, I love it. A TJ alarm clock? Yes. You figured out what the new follow alert for the personal stream? What do you mean? Which one? Which one? I don't know what you're referring to. So many things were just said. Ah, man. 6 words. Who was the worst and why is it Infect? Not me and Coleman. For sure. Because we're not the worst. We're not the worst. But yeah, there's so many beautiful arts in this game. It's hard for me to just pick one. But, I don't know. But actually, I love Infect, though. I've played Infect for a lot. I quite enjoy it. The Mirage ones? That's the one! Flatty Ice, that's the one. That's the one that is traditionally my favorite mountain. And Arabian Nights is the other one. You two nailed it. Those 2 links are exactly the mountains. Oh. But I am. But I am. Though no relation. No relation. Alright. So we should be having the next round come up soon. Thank you everybody for sticking with me. Oh. Looks like we did lose a significant portion of people, but that is okay. It's a pleasure having you all here anyway. And to all the people who have stuck around, I cannot wait to get back to more Magic, to hang out with all of you. And of course, remember that this stream happens 4 times a week. I'm excited about that because it's awesome, and I get to do this so often. Every Monday at 6:30 Pacific time. We stream standard at 6:30 Pacific time, every Wednesday at 7, just like tonight, and every Saturday at 6. We stream modern. That's 2 times the modern every week. Plus, I need to sneeze. Got it. Plus, every Friday at 7:30, we play Legacy. 3 formats, 4 nights. All the hype, because it's too awesome to be number 1. At having amazing community and viewers. Clearly, that was thought of before time and demonstrated seamlessly. Whew. Who's excited for some more Magic? I feel so much better after this weekend. Still slightly recovering, so please forgive me for that. But I should be fully recovered, and I am very, 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 very very excited to go to Vancouver. I need a nap? I don't need a nap. Where are the co-hosts? No co-host tonight. The co-host that I did have lined up had a bit of an emergency actually come up, so best of luck to them. But who else? Who's going to GP Vancouver, and who's gonna come say hi to me? I want people to come say hi to me at. I am excited about it. I am excited about it. Oh man! Good luck, co-host. Thanks, Hockey D. It says we're the co-host. That's true. That's true. Ooh, Crazy C. I like it. I look forward to meeting you. You plan to play some Commander? Very cool, Synth Sapiens. I dig that. Conflux? I will be at GP Las Vegas, actually. I think I'm going to go for a week there. I think I'm going to be at GP Vegas for a week. Therese Neos is the GOAT. Yeah, she's pretty amazing. She's pretty incredible. I hear the sounds of round 3 out there. Everybody listen with me. This is suddenly becoming a Dora the Explorer kind of thing. Oh, sorry. Generic brand Dora the Explorer thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I don't hear them yet, but they're about to tell me what the matchup is because the players are getting set up.
Alright, I got round 3 for you.
Tell me more about it!
Well, first off, I was lied to. Ian is not playing Kiki Court.
Not only were you lied to, I was lied to by you.
I know, it's like a multi-faced lie.
My goodness, how deep does the rabbit hole go?
2.
Everybody put on your detective hats. The stream is ending and the detecting is starting. This is no longer a Magic stream.
Well,
This is
considering I'm Batman.
This is
As far as anyone
Scotland
knows.
backyard.
Well, we do have some cryptic clues in the background.
I'm sorry, what do we have?
We have Harry facing the wall.
Okay. Up against?
Martin on the other side. And Martin is on Affinity today.
Very cool.
Yes.
Nailed it. Alright, so we've got Teamer Evolution versus Affinity. Cool. Thank you very much.
Boom!
Alright, everybody. Who is hyped about doing the Scotland lawn? Love it. Alright, let's get that one set up, and then let's get that set up. Alright. Why is that an F? Why is that an F? Aww. Yes, I am phenomenal. Yes, it is. Alright, let's head on down to the field for round 3. Teamer Evolution versus Affinity. Should be an interesting one. Surprisingly, I think Teamer Evolution is favored, but let's find out ourselves. See you there. Alright, and these players are getting set. But yes, this Sunday at noon, I'll be starting my first stream. We've got turn 1, Blinkmoth Nexus, Mox Opal, Ornithopter, Signal Pest. We do now have active Metalcraft. We also do have a Master of Ethereum in our hand. Probably going to play that one out, and then you got to swing for 3. It's going to be pretty solid because you have the Signal Pest attacking, turning the Ornithopter into a 2-2 or a 2-3 to be attacking. Looks like Harry may have a response pre-combat. We're actually going to fire off and go for a Tar Fire on this Signal Pest. It is going to reduce the power and toughness of this Master of Ethereum to being a 3-3 as well. So if Harry's got a Lightning Bolt in hand, he should be able to handle that Master of Ethereum. Would be a pretty back-breaking blow against this deck. Otherwise, Harry's deck based around going for the Kiki Jiki using Bounding Crassus and Deceiver Exarch. I'm going to talk somewhat swiftly because these decks are a little bit unusual and there's going to have a lot going on. Otherwise, a basic island joining the battlefield alongside that Stomping Ground. So, the Teamer mana base has been assembled. And we have got Not a whole lot. Ooh, Birds of Paradise coming down on the battlefield. Still a blue mana. No red mana. It's a bit of a safe turn for Martin. Playing down that Glimmer Void. He does have the Galvanic Blast in hand. Might use this to take down the Birds of Paradise. But it looks like we're instead going to spend our resources activating this Blinkmoth Nexus. This is going to be a 2/2 as well as a 1/3 in addition to the 5/5 with this Master of Ethereum. So we are looking at 8 damage currently, and this also gives Martin the option of using the Mox Opal to activate the Inkmoth Nexus if you want to get more damage that way. Or he could end up using this Galvanic Blast just to get a little bit of additional reach. We shall see. Do I study other commentators to do my work here? Not thinking just Magic, but sportscasters. Lightly. Nothing's overly scientific, and I have thought about it, but I don't really know the best way to go about it, because truly I'm still an amateur at it in a lot of ways. Donu, it's good to see you. You are fantastic, but I don't really know how to study it. I'm familiar with it. I've watched sports, right? And I've watched a bunch of streams. But truthfully, I'm still very much an amateur in this particular field and just doing my best to kind of struggle my way through it. And I don't know the best way to kind of study it in a really cohesive way. But I'm certainly open to ideas, or if anybody has some good sources on how to do that. And that's Champion coming down using that Mox Opal, using the Springleaf Drum to activate this Blinkmoth Nexus. And this is another pretty sizable swing. This Termaglyph going to get in the way of this Master of Ethereum. Harry having a pretty rough game 1. He's already down to 5. Not a whole lot of answers in the main deck, especially when you've got no mana. Harry's going to pick it up, and we're going to go to game 2. So, there we go. Martin takes a pretty powerful game 1 with just a beautifully fast. I have the element of an auctioneer sportscaster when I talk fast. Is that a compliment? Thank you. Hey, what's up, Justin? It's good to see you. But thank you, I guess. I suppose that's good. Hopefully my fast talking is understandable. I can slow it down if needed. I kind of forget that I didn't know if he had Bolt. I was just talking about potential plays, Cerulean Bot. I couldn't actually tell you. So, thank you to everybody, by the way, who is watching. It is beautiful to have you here. We are now 12 away from giving away a Expedition Breeding Pool. Hey, welcome back, LBC. Thank you. It is an awesome new overlay. I love it. And, whoa. It's understandable. Okay, Holy Diva, I'm glad. I don't want to... I would really rather this stream not have a language barrier, and it's really similar to the idea of why we operate as a family-friendly stream, which is that this should be a place that anybody and everybody can come watch Magic and just have a good time, right? And spread that kind of positivity to each other. And I don't want to make it something that a certain segment of people are unable to go about that. So I'm really genuinely glad to hear that. And if it ever gets to that point, just let me know. But welcome back. You think there's a series called The Casters Catch It, or Cachet. I don't really know how to pronounce that word, and I don't really know that word. I apologize. Focused on esports, but it's about commentating in general. Nice. Conflux. I will do my best to find that. Or if somehow someone could send that to me on Twitter, I would really love that. Okay. Oh, okay. So how will the giveaway be done? Basically, MTGBot actually has a built-in giveaway thing, to where what happens is that it cannot be exclusive to subs only, because of gambling laws by state and things like that. However, what it would do is that we would pick a day for it, and then basically we would set it to where for a given amount of time, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is, anybody who types in a particular phrase, it has to be that phrase that we choose ahead of time, gets entered into a random draw. At the end of it, it selects a random person who entered, and they would be the winner. That's true, Jason. That is true. That is true. Okay. What else have we got? Oh, it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. Look into esports broadcasters, vlogs. Ooh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, if Magic has the eventual hope of being an esport, then it'd be wise to know the strategies there and in before jokes about Magic as an esport. But you know what? It's where they're trying to go. Alright. So, Harry, going to be on the play, probably bringing in a pretty sizable amount of tools, does have some pretty nice ones. Though his deck changes every time, so I don't have the exact list on me at the moment. I do not. I do not. Okay. See, I was in before it. Glorious Visionary was in before it. But I agree. I agree that just it hugely depends on how you define the term esport. But Magic can and should eventually have a much better viewership, ability to demonstrate what it's doing. There are things that can be done. The problem is that they aren't being done, and we don't have the ability to do them. But it will, like, Magic will get there. Magic can get there. It's just a matter of time and being patient. What kind of records? I do not know the records of these two players, unfortunately. During the earlier rounds of these events, we tend to just get the matchups that we think are interesting, and then we'll put on the finals at the end. That way we don't end up with all the same things. So, a Birds of Paradise coming down for Harry. Looks like Martin is going to drop down a Signal Pest and a Ornithopter. Harry, one of the big cards that he does run in the main deck, and actually, you know, is also looking for in a post sideboard, is going to be a copy that he has of a, is it Staticaster, which is going to be pretty good. So, looks like we're missing land drops on Harry's side of the battlefield. We still do have red mana up at the moment. Romario Vidal, thank you so much for the auto host. I appreciate that. And it looks like we do have a Chalice coming down on 1. So a Chalice of the Void on 1 is going to counter a decent amount of the removal from Harry. It is an interesting card to have post-sideboard here. But it looks like Harry is just going to kick it back. He's got 4 mana available. One card that he could end up bringing in is a Pia and Kiran Nalaar is a very good card for him to have access to at the moment. Martin's got a particularly slow hand at the moment, though, and needs to be careful about attacking, because if he attacks with this Signal Pest, it can just get... I mean, it's 1 damage, and then all your entire creature base is tapped. So, and it looks like we might be passing the turn back from Martin. Harry's going to fetch. Huh. Staticaster is awesome. But Conflux, I'm not saying that it isn't a problem at the moment. And it looks like a Collected Company is what we're going from Harry. So is it Staticaster? Huge. Any of the normal tap creatures might be pretty relevant. And we, in fact, almost whiffed getting 1 singular creature. It's going to be a Tarmogoyf for Harry. That is not what he was looking for. He's going to take 1 and go down to 14. And second main, we're going to play down a Steel Overseer. It's a beautiful, beautiful masterpiece as well. So, 5 mana available for Harry. Does have a Tarmogoyf available. Huh. Have a good night, Sad LK. You are awesome. You are a rock star. You have a good night. So the Tarmogoyf is going to get in, and we are just going to take the 2 damage, because that makes sense. Chromatic Blast, I haven't decided. To be fair, this is honestly what I wear most days, so I was thinking about this. But, I don't know. So, the Reclamation Sage coming down, taking down the Steel Overseer, and followed up by a Tarmogoyf. Nice! So now we've got 2 4/5s getting both an artifact and a creature. Sad LK, thank you so much for the farewell cheers. You are fantastic. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Casual's the way to go. I'll think about it. It's definitely a possibility. So we do have another Chalice in hand as well as a Blood Moon, but these Birds of Paradise are somewhat invalidating that. Martin having a hard time really developing a board that is great at attacking. Harry is a short little bit away, and we are going to play down a backup Chalice on 1. Not looking to drop this Chalice on 2 because that disables most of Martin's broken draws, and Chalice on 0, not very effective. Master Jareth, Martin is a big fan of sideboarding into like a pseudo lantern control with Gear per Aether Grid and Chalice. It's just the particular sideboard strategy that he uses. But a Kitchen Finks coming down for Harry. He's going to go back up to 16 and kick it back. He continues to just play the beatdown game plan with these Tarmogoyfs, and Martin not in the mood to block yet because he would lose whatever he blocks with. Still struggling. He's got a Blood Moon in hand, but first of all, doesn't have the colored mana to play it. Also would only turn a Stomping Ground into a mountain. And one other card. Ooh, and that is an uncastable Master of Ethereum. Interesting. Okay. I think he brought in the Blood Moon because he saw the mana base in Game 1. And he also assumed that his Gear per Aether Grid as well as his Galvanic Blast would be able to control the Birds of Paradise. So, we've got a Dismember killing the Spellskite, and then we are going to get aggressive. The problem is that the Nexus beatdown is pretty mediocre at the current time. The Birds of Paradise can chump it forever, and it means that you have very little options against these Tarmogoyfs. There's just not a whole lot going on. So, looks like we're just going to attack all out with these. Martin can activate and just try and get in the way of some of them. Looks like he's looking to put some -1/-1 counters down. What is the Aether Grid card? Ooh, Gear per Aether Grid is amazing. So, Gear per Aether Grid, the other card that we can see. Or that likely we will see in Martin's deck. So, we're going to go for the Pump Spell on this. This is going to end up killing the Kitchen Finks, and it is going to actually die because it'll be dying with -1/-1 counters on it. So Martin's actually making sure that it doesn't end up returning. So, not going to be able to gain the 2 life. This is going to be a pretty sizable hit, though. We're going to go down to 4. Okay. Chromatic Blast. I was really bad on this weekend and on Monday. I'm actually feeling like 98% better, and I should be 100% better by Friday. I do apologize, though. And that is an Eldritch Evolution on this Birds of Paradise. We're going for a 3-drop. What shall we dig for? Does it look a lot like an Is It Staticaster? Yes, it does. And that Signal Pest is now dead. The Blinkmoth Nexus, also dead. Hey, anything else that he plays? Dead. And it looks like Martin accepting that one. We're going to go to a Game 3. Just didn't work out for Martin there. Drew a little bit too much Prison, a little bit too little aggro. Ended up with multiple Chalices, with a Blood Moon, with just too much going on in hand that was trying to stop Harry's board from establishing. But Harry's board had already been established and just didn't have enough aggressive cards. Blazing Gunner, pretty much, for the most part, Maeve's been hopping in when her matches end, but overall, it's the solo stream tonight. I did have a co-host lined up, but they had a little bit of an emergency come up, and so they are off taking care of that, which is more than understandable. But, welcome everybody. My name is TJ. This is the Geek Fortress stream. And, we broke 300, did we? Look at that! Look at that! Hey everybody, look at that number! Look at it! It's awesome! Thank you everybody for helping us get there. You're all amazing and awesome and great and just such an incredible force of positivity in my life. I hope that we are a positive force in yours. Am I bringing any side event decks for the GP Vancouver? I might bring some. I try not to bring too much when I travel, but I might bring a little bit. Phenomenal. Yes. Yes, she is. 500 on Saturday was pretty neat. Yeah, Saturday was a really good day despite that I was wildly exhausted. Yep. But, everybody, you're all so great. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button. Join us in the future. We stream 4 times a week. I'll be here for just about all of them. Though, notably, next weekend we will not be streaming. Also, notable, Lieutenant Dan, it is honestly my pleasure. I know that I say it all the time, but I cannot tell you all how much I love doing this. I love doing this so much that I started a second stream because I want to do it more. And like there aren't enough events that I can realistically do with my schedule, but I can stream from home, so I'm going to do that. I love doing this. This is so much fun for me, and I cannot wait to keep doing this in the future. I love it. I don't want to... I don't want this stream to ever end. How did you fork if you sacked your mountain to a fire blast? Good question, Glorious Visionary. Chasing down the big questions. I like where your head's at. Getting into a good spot with this. Oh, man. Dead. Does Normal Burn run Valakut? No, it does not. How far is Geek Fortress from Seattle? We're about 45 minutes north of it. Maybe an hour on a bad day, something like that. Can't wait to sub to TJ. I don't have a sub button because it's just an itty-bitty stream with, like, a decent amount of, But we'll see. We'll see. I probably won't be able to... We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a sub button on that one. But that's okay. That is okay. But no, Normal Burn does not run Valakut because it enters the battlefield tapped. So it's really unnecessary, and you're very rarely to ever actually hit the 7 lands that you need for it to be reasonable. How close to Vancouver, then? Vancouver is about 3 or 4 hours north? So I guess Seattle's about 5 hours from Vancouver? Does that seem reasonable? That seems reasonable, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, and we've got a mulligan from Harry. Why would I not be able to? I may not be able to, stream often enough to apply for it. Oh, is it 3 hours from Seattle? Okay, then it's pretty close. Is Vancouver really only like 2.5 hours away? Man, that's awesome. We'll see. We shall see. The problem is that, like, I do have a day job. And that day job does require between 40 to 45 hours a week in addition to this. So it's pretty difficult. It would be difficult to stream so much that I could have 2 streams with an active sub button. Magus, you know I do. Any chance we could see Harry's list? The GPT seems super sweet. The GPT was super sweet. I could see if Harry is willing to share it. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Jinga? It's good to see you. If anybody hasn't yet, be sure to sub to Jinga Ding Dengdo. He is an awesome streamer who is another one of the people who is incredibly talented with Holy Diva's deck. What's the day job? I work as a permit tech for a building department for a local city. Spicy, it's not too bad, but we are definitely getting hit by it. So Harry's got a bunch of mountains now. A Blood Moon coming down for Harry. Or for Martin. For Martin. So, good amount of mana out. That is going to be a Steel Overseer for Martin joining up this Blood Moon. But definitely, Jingading-Dengdo, I highly recommend hitting follow button on both his channel and mine. Red Baron NTG, seamless plugs. Nicely done, TJ. Moving forward to that Arcbound Ravager that Martin just played. Look at it coming on down with its +1/+1 counter. Of course, you can sacrifice an artifact to put a counter onto that Arcbound Ravager. Huh. Interesting. Basically, I help with the intake and issuance of building permits and things like that for a local city. It's a fairly clerical job. Yeah, it's a desk job, but I actually enjoy it, and I enjoy the world that it exists in. Fair enough, Holy Diva. You got me there. So, Deceiver Exarch coming on down to the battlefield. We're going to have a tap effect here, but Martin can redirect it to his Spellskite if needs to. And it looks like that is going to be the case, and we're probably going to move in that direction, but there's a world in which Harry might eventually just play down a Kiki-Jiki since he's got so many of these mountains. So if he can survive long enough, he might just be able to Kiki-Jiki out a win. Do I really Chromatic Blast? Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, I'm trying to hype it up. So, we've got a Lightning Bolt coming on down towards that Steel Overseer, and it looks like he's going to redirect that to the Spellskite, so here is still not a whole lot going on, and we are going to cast a Lightning Bolt, redirecting it there again, basically forcing Martin to either lose the Steel Overseer or lose the Spellskite, and still has some mana untapped. Interesting. Huh. So my stream, yes, it will be Sunday. It will be Sunday. Well, thank you, everybody. Momo, there is a Blood Moon out. There is a Blood Moon out. I don't have a deck list for this deck yet. I can certainly ask him since Harry's actually one of the people that I travel with. Okay, what time on Sunday? Probably noon Pacific time. So we've got a big old swing here. We do have an Edge Champion, an Arcbound Ravager, plus a Spellskite getting in. What's up, Eugene? It's good to see ya, Eugene. Pest should have a counter too. They put that one on there. I think they added the one. They may have put one on it a bit too soon earlier. I'm not entirely sure, but he's gonna play some. Yes! Fantastic! What's up, Goblin Guy? So, Harry, no such luck in this world for Harry. Puts down his own Blood Moon to mirror Martin's, and Martin is going to take the win. Thank you so much for posting your list. Also, what's up, greatness at any cost? Man, that is fantastic. Doro, could you do me a quick favor, by the way? You may note that Holy Diva, yourself, Jingading-Dengdo, and some other amazing streamers are in chat right now. Could you do me a favor along with the other mods of using that follow command to really just... There are so many amazing streamers out there. Feel free to feel free to plug away either when I mention them or when I don't, because they're incredible. But everybody, we're going to head back to the booth. Let's spam some Blood Moons as we try and get another match. See you up there. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining. You are all amazing and so great, and I really appreciate you joining me here tonight at Geek Fortress for 4 rounds of that super sweet Modern. Look at these super sweet Blood Moons. That is the hype. Why board in Blood Moon against Affinity anyway? It is likely because he expected to be able to attack the creature-based deck of it and wanted to stop the grindy portion of that deck. But, yes, it's certainly an option. It sometimes can be done against Affinity depending on what your game plan is. It didn't line up that time. But what is up, Bacon? Welcome. I see that smile and I like that smile because smiling is a good thing. Smiling is a powerful thing. And I dig it. I love it. Smiling is good. Let's keep those smiles coming up. Maybe we'll get some more matches. I'm going to open up this door. I'm going to talk to some people. I apologize because talking off camera is like the worst. But you know what? We're going to make it happen anyway because that means we get more of that super sweet content. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Oh, I need to make one of those videos. I love it. Just do it. Yes, I dig it. Look at those smiles from Darsk. I love it. All right. What else we got? Nothing. Hey, Logan. Hey, Logan. Oh, what's up, Harry? A, can you get me a deck list? B, is there any chance for another match? To move on over.
Dude, that Goyf play was so bad where I didn't bowl in the attack.
Alright, so you would bring in Blood Moon against Script Red just to see the moons page. Oh, Jenga, I would love it so much if you came up and played with us.
There's only 2 matches going right now, and they're both in the middle of it. I'm sorry, I tried.
In the middle of their game 3 or the middle of their game 2?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
I like just coming back and forth and checking on you.
I know. What's up, everybody? Peter, yes, I be. Yes, I am. I did have a co-host lined up, but they had a little bit of an emergency come up, and so that's the way that it goes sometimes. But thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for just being here with me. I am doing my best. Hopefully the solo streams are just as enjoyable. I'm perfectly hyped about it. 20 questions? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I missed feature viewer. I'm going to go back up. Look at that. 1L, 1K. I don't really know how to, like
It is
Bacon.
unlikely. There's one's in game 3 and the other one's heavily favoring the player that's up again.
I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you. All right.
Have a good night, TJ. I think I'm gonna head out.
All right, have a good one. Bacon, you are a featured viewer of the day. Not only do I not recognize your name, but welcome. It's awesome having you here. But not only, the first time that I ever saw your name, you came in with a smile, and that is exactly the spirit of this stream. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being a part of this stream. Thank you for, with one singular post, so epitomizing what we want in this stream, what we love in this stream. You're great, and you are a model citizen of the Geek Fortress stream. Thanks for being who you are. All right. You think there are more words said in the booth, but it's just, I can't handle dead air. I can't. I know, and maybe it's a problem sometimes, but I like the conversation, you know, and I don't like dead air. I don't like silence. I don't like this void, and we don't have music to play, but really I'm not a big fan of that either. I may not play music on my stream, though actually I do love it on other people's streams. I mean, it's a weird dichotomy, isn't it? It's a decision. So far I was planning on not having music on my stream, but we'll see what we can do. What are the cool decks tonight? We've had Blue Black Tron, we've had Obs on Ghostwave, we've had Tezzerator, we have had Unburial Dredge, we've had Teamer Evolution, all kinds of cool stuff. Man, cool things happening all the time. Thoughts on Mardu Burn with Bump of the Night and Tasker? That's an interesting direction to take. It's not my preferred direction, but if we were to follow that, right, we're on Mardu Burn, so we have access to Lightning Helix and Boros Charm, some of the best utility. Lightning Helix incredibly good against the aggro matchups, but Tasker lines up quite well in that realm as well as a 4/5, so that's a great place to be at already. Boros Charm, the best reach. Also, Exen also provides a little bit of extra utility to protect things like that Tasigur from maybe some sweepers that people would bring in if they know that you're running that Tasigur. So it does become an interesting little bit of a situation there. But you also get Bump in the Night, which has weirdly interesting utility against cards like Worship, so it might be an interesting play there, and it also might be an option for going around some other choices. So I can see a world in which that's good. You end up losing green, but on Boros Burn, I'm already without those things. So the biggest sacrifice at that point is that your mana base is still somewhat problematic as it is with Nyaburn, but you might have a little bit of more utility against the aggro decks in that matchup because of the Tasigur, which also grinds surprisingly well in a matchup where a lot of people might have bolts and fatal pushes for you. You can start getting back some of these burn spells since you have so much redundancy in the deck. Never mind, you can't activate it because you have neither blue or green, but it is a giant 4/5, so get rid of that thought, but still it's a 4/5, which can be solid. Interesting conflicts. I like the thought there. Means that I can't have the VODs on them, though. That becomes problematic. I don't know. Feel like I just want to Pro Tour with Boros Burn. Why do you say that? Because I definitely didn't. Angler feels like it might be a little bit too much to dredge, but I don't actually know. I'd have to think about it and run the math as far as like spells in the graveyard with fetches on average. I don't know. But it's an interesting thought. Does Boros just beat Nyaburn? Yes. It just crushes Nyaburn. I love it. Because if there's one matchup in all of Modern that I love playing, it is the Burn Mirror. I absolutely love it. You're unsure of what would happen if TJ drank a Red Bull? Caffeine doesn't really do much for me these days. Had way too much caffeine when I was in high school. Don't actually recommend it, but had a lot. Definitely don't recommend it. But that being said, caffeine doesn't do a whole lot at the moment. Snap value, it is my pleasure. My personal preference is still on Boros, mostly because of the Painless mana base, which has just been such a huge benefit lately. But I can see a world in which Mardu might have the utility, but if I personally wanted to take that damage from my mana base, I would be more tempted to get back into the world of having a Tarkus command for an extra Skullcrack effect when cards like Kitchen Finks are making a somewhat resurgence, as well as having Destructive Revelry, which has so much utility against Leyline of Sanctity, as well as Worship, which, if Bantel Eldrazi is making the comeback that I'm somewhat thinking it might be, though I don't know, then you start looking at a world where you have the access to one that can hit a great variety of those spells and a lot of utility. Thank you so much, MJB, for hitting that follow button. It's great having you here. Tauren still affects the heart. It certainly does. The unfortunate thing is that they put it in all the tasty stuff. Oh yeah, I drink energy drinks and stuff like that, but it's like the caffeine and all that stuff doesn't do a ton. It's mostly just they're delicious. More than anything. Do I play Wear and Tear? Yes, currently I'm on 2 Wear and Tear and 3 Smash to Smithereens. However, recently I've been on only 2 Smash to Smithereens to go up to 3 Exquisite Firecrafts on the sideboard. I don't know, I've been playing with my sideboard a little bit recently. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Alexis Bros, I do really like Scred. I should put that together online. I am really excited to play just about everything online. The big issue is that I don't have access to the same card pool that I do in paper because I'm very, very new to online. So when you first watch that stream, you will watch me make a lot of mistakes just because of that. I do apologize, but you know what? We'll have fun with it together. Jester 2005. Not 2005, 2005. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. You're a rock star, you're great, and you're a jester, which means that not only are you a king or queen among individuals, but you're also the jester. Now that means that you pulled double duty, and we can all respect that here. What's the 15th slot currently? My sideboard currently looks like 2 Smash, 2 Wear and Tear, 2 Deflecting Palm, 2 Core Firewalker, 3 Path to Exile, 1 Searing Blaze with the other 3 in the main board, 3 Exquisite Firecraft, and I think that is all 15. Okay, Smash the Smithereens. Yep, pretty much. Stormwrath Brawl is a thing. What does Burn give you over Storm? Eidolon of the Great Revel. It is impossible. I shouldn't say that. Turkish Yam, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. But I will say that it is an extremely favorable matchup for Burn against Storm. Eidolon of the Great Revel is a house in that matchup. Not only is it a house, it's a mansion. Not only is it a mansion, it's basically an estate. Not the kind of estate that you see on like a board game of a Monopoly, but the kind of estate that is the board game of Monopoly and includes all of those pieces. It is huge in that matchup. They can't do anything about it, and it just gets hilarious. Eidolon just does work in Modern. That's certainly true. I'd call it the Pike Place Market of things. Is Brawlstorm even that good? In the hands of Finkel, it certainly is. But otherwise, I'm not sure if I would go so far as to call it incredible. But it's certainly got game. And we are in a format in which having game and having familiarity with this deck pushes it to a higher level than it really can be stated objectively. So I don't want to say that it is unplayable, because someone who knows that deck in and out can probably play it better than your average player of a more established deck. Would I ever consider playing Grixis Delver? Absolutely, I would. I just don't have the card pool for it. But honestly, my intent with the stream is to eventually play all the things. I would love to play as many decks as possible. I will always favor Burn because it is my personal favorite. It is the baby that I have of Magic. But I love playing Magic. I play this game for the love of it. I do this for the love of it because I love the game. And I'm happy to just play anything. What is the hard cast card for Burn? What is the hardest card for Burn to beat outside White? If it is completely outside of White, if it counts as green, Kitchen Finks can be a little bit tricky. Really, like a Sun Droplet can be pretty difficult. If you are a red deck, then a Dragon's Claw becomes pretty solid. I've not considered being a Turkish. I've not considered being a Turkish Yam Yam or an Auctioneer. Platinum Imperion and Blood Moon is ridiculously hard to beat. Avada, you are absolutely correct. Do I have, or would I get a red mana symbol tattoo? I do not. I currently have no tattoos, and I don't actually know. I'd have to think on it. I have not thought about it too much. Eidolon loses to Nissa Ravane Kappa. That's true. We did see that on stream before. Curse of Krufix is very good. Yes, it is. Vampiric Link and Unflinching Courage. But Unflinching Courage is in white. But still, your point is fantastic. Vampiric Link is a great one. Esper Control is awesome. I quite enjoy Esper Control. I think the deck's got game. The work of Francesco is absolutely exquisite in its ability to catalog all of the changes over time and how those changes affect the matchup and how to play that deck and what its matchup percentages are. It was absolutely incredible, and it continues to boggle my mind how in-depth he is with his research with that deck. I think the Esper deck has got game. It's super cool. I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but I've had the opportunity to see it, and that value engine is pretty incredible. And while I haven't done the gameplay that they have, their numbers speak for themselves. And looking at those numbers, it's very difficult for me to argue with them, even if I can be a little bit skeptical about it. But so much of that is based around this bias of previous context and seeing it previously, and this new list seems fantastic. Also very difficult to play, so if I do play that on stream, which I would love to, but again, cost and acquiring things in the future, but I'd love to play that. Piankir Nolar is a great card against both Affinity and Burn. Esper Control, it's actually Esper Narset. It's much more proactive than a Drago. It runs Narset Transcendent. Actually, it's called Esper Transcendent. Thought-Knot is good against everyone. Yeah, Thought-Knot, a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer is incredible against just about everything. And it's really one of the biggest appeals of just playing Bant Eldrazi. What are we talking about? Anything and everything. We're getting ready for round 4. Though, I think it's about time to bring it up to a 20 questions. So I'm going to get that 20 questions assembled right now. Though, if you have any questions, any comments, any feedback, anything like that, I am happy to talk, happy to answer, happy to just hang out and chill. But But you know, if you have feedback, I'd love it. Things that I can do better, things that we should continue to do that we don't always do. Also, if you have anything that that you just want to toss in, always feel free to. Questions, comments, feedback, as long as it's family friendly, and we do try and keep a positive atmosphere. Always welcome, and of course, questions always more than welcome. Collective brutality. Oh, why did I not think of that? Non-white collective brutality. Collective brutality. Collective brutality. That's right, I just escalated that card 3 times because all 3 modes of that card are biggity bonkers against Burn. Picture this. It's turn 2. I just bashed your face with a Goblin Guide. Well, color me surprised as you pay 2 mana, discard 2 cards, and kill my Goblin Guide. Negate the damage that it dealt. Deal 2 to me, look at my hand, and take out my Boros Charm. My goodness gracious golly gee gosh, you just basically undid 8 damage with 2 mana. That card is insane against Burn. It is so good. Oh, man.
So I've got the finals for you, but I want to figure out if you guys want to see it or not.
Tell me more!
It's Dredge versus Ad Nauseam.
That sounds delightful.
Does it?
I want to say yes because they earned it.
But at the same time, it's Dredge versus Ad Nauseam.
All right, everybody. Do you want Dredge versus Ad Nauseam? I feel like it's the finals. I feel like they earned it. But let's
Or
see
you
what
could
we can do.
see probably Bushwhacker. Is the other deck.
Let's see.
I'm asking about that right now. I'm asking right now.
Let's see.
I mean, we're both 4 or 3 out. It's
Uh,
mostly because I know both of you are playing. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man.
So Ian Hathaway is on the wall.
Ooh, and is he on the other one?
He is on the Ad Nauseam deck,
Okay.
and you have Logan on the other side.
Interesting. No, I'm totally down for watching this deck. Okay. Perfect. Can you post a list of your I don't think it's on your Twitter. And everybody wants it, and they looked at your Twitter, and apparently it's not there.
It's not there?
Or if you could pin it, if it is.
Okay, I'll probably get it done in the next couple days.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hear that, everybody? He's going to put it up. Okay. Do I feel like graveyard decks can come back to Living End and such? Certainly, but they're always going to be meta decks, which means that they can always sometimes be the best option in the room and sometimes the worst. Let's see here. Do I show the Tezzerator deck? We did earlier today, actually. Bushwhacker, Ghostway. True, but they did earn it. I think Living End is in a good spot. It certainly could. Conflicts, we have thought about it. It's difficult to manipulate because we don't know them at the time, but we are working on eventually doing something like that. But it's doing it every time is just difficult. But I do love the idea. What matchups are the most enjoyable to watch? Anonymous, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. You are a rock star at all times. There are a lot of mid-rangey matchups tend to be really good. I enjoy aggro matchups. It'll be right, but let's head on down. His Twitter is @slowlycrashing. If anybody wants to toss that one in to the chat, there is a command of Who is Coleman, which will get you what you're looking for. I'll update the images when we get down there. Let's head on down and watch the finals. Man, now everybody makes me want to be an auctioneer, but I don't really think that auctioneers, like, it doesn't feel like something that I would be particularly great at, because they always have to say the same thing, and I'm great at just going on tangents and talking about whatever, whenever. By the way, everybody, I hope you are all okay with me talking that not quite to this extent when I'm streaming on my own personal stream. I'll still talk a lot, I'm sure, but to talk at this excessiveness might be a little bit tricky, because it'll just be like less diverse decks. It'll be my thoughts on the game plan and interacting with all of you, but there might just be times when I'm not talking as much. When do I stream? I'll be starting my stream next Sunday at noon. Looks like we're going to kick things off with an Insolent Neonate. You prefer the real TJ? Thank you! Though I will say that this is pretty dang close to the real TJ. pretty darn close. Ha ha. Oh god. I'm a mess. So a Temple of Deceit coming down for Ian. He's going to get a Scribe. But then fires off a Sleight of Hand. Goes into the Fastland in blue-white, which I just spaced on the name of. And we're going to go for a Serum Visions. This is going to be a rough one for Dredge. I completely agree. I will begin streaming on the account Red Baron NTG beginning Sunday at noon. That's awesome. Thank you, Glorious Visionary. Seachrome Coast. Thank you, everybody. You rock. From Logan's side of the battlefield, we do have a Conflagrate, which Conflagrate offers a pretty cool utility to where if he has these really, the busted starts, right? And looks like with this Cathartic Reunion, there is the possibility of it. But with those busted starts, then it does give you this kind of option of if you can get to the point where there's that either the Phyrexian Unlife, which forces it to be at 0 before you start taking damage, or to the point to where you are at, could somebody, Xpog, everybody in chat, could you please respectfully and kindly welcome Xpog to the game? Magic Duels is a great place to start, but welcome to the game. It's a great game. It might be a little bit complicated to start with a stream, but there are some phenomenal places to begin and start. The game is incredible. The community is incredible. Welcome. We are so, so happy to have you, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. So, Narcomoeba out on the battlefield. Thoughts on Grixis possibly being a tier 1 deck? Possibly, depends on how many people are playing it, to be honest. But it's got a lot of game right now. I could definitely see a world in which that happens. Can I see you now? Yes. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. Why is this called Unburial Dredge? Good question. It's because of an Unburial Rites that's in the deck. So, basically, the too long didn't read of it is that Golgari Grave Troll was banned, which means that he had 4 empty slots. So he thought to himself, well, I'll put in 2 Golgari Thug. See, but Collective Brutality hedges the burn matchup decently well. Not saying that it's still foolproof, but it's got potential game, and the meta has still got a lot of weird places to go. And we have got a Prized Amalgam as well as a Bloodghast joining the battlefield now. A much better board state for Logan suddenly against Ian, who is on 4 mana. Doesn't have anything exiled with Suspend at the moment, but is doing some pretty cool stuff. Obzon Company is making a comeback if you look at the regional results. Absolutely. So, the Stinkweed Imp is going to come back. And so he slotted in 2 Golgari Thugs, an Unburial Rites, and a Gristlebrand. And that is how we got Unburial Dredge. So occasionally, he can just Unburial Rites a Gristlebrand, draw 14 cards. Why is there a dice on the island? That's a great question, and I don't have the answer. I do not have the answer. Seraphir, if you are on mobile and you switched to a Wi-Fi network, it disconnects you from the chat. If you either switched to or switched off, it just disconnects you from the chat. I've experienced that myself. Okay. So, we have got, looks like the Gristlebrand is going to be entering the graveyard. We also do have a Dark Blast, but that Dark Blast pretty abysmal in this matchup because Ian doesn't even run any creatures other than, say, a mainboard Laboratory Maniac, which is usually unnecessary. Keep in mind that in Ian's hand, we do have both the Angel's Grace and the Ad Nauseam. What we are missing is... Oh, well then maybe it's just for myself. What we are missing is the mana to cast them both. The Angel's Grace means that he does not die the turn that he casts it. It has split second. But Ad Nauseam, reveal the top card of your library, put that card in your hand, lose life equal to your converted mana cost. You may repeat this process any number of times. Well, when you cannot lose this turn, you can do that for the entirety of your deck. And Ian will. So he will draw the entirety of his deck. He will go to a beyond negative life total. And the big issue here is that Logan has 1 card in hand. Oh no, he had enough. Never mind, he was not able to. Logan, using a Conflagrate to take game 1. Alright. Destrus. I bet you're thinking to yourself, Groves Keeper, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's awesome having you here. Wait, Logan should have had the win. Did Ian just win? Did Logan miss it? Huh. Huh. Did Ian take that? Interesting. Well done, Ian. Alright. Way to go off. I thought Logan had that. That's what I get for looking away for a brief moment. That's what I get. Okay, it was Logan. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We did have it. I thought so. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Logan did take the win there. Has a Conflagrate, had a huge amount of damage, and Ian had no way to survive. Now, he could have fired off the Angel's Grace to try and survive for a turn. The matter, it may have just been a little bit too far gone for Ian to try in that case. Okay, so, what was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh yeah, when you draw your entire deck, now you have access to the remaining 40 X cards in your deck. That's pretty exciting, right? I'm excited. Having a handful of all those cards is exciting. Well, what do you do with all those cards? What do you do? Isn't that an illegal pile shuffle? At regular REL, when it's probably the first one, I doubt that we're going to get too penalizing on that one. You get one per match anyway. I'm not too disconcerted by it. You exile 3 Simian Spirit Guides from your hand, each of them producing a red mana. That's pretty exciting too. Red mana is the best mana. And you cast a card called Lightning Storm. Now this card is interesting. Oh, that's it, my burn list. I bet you are wondering about how to see my burn list. Well, this Sunday, be there or be square as I start my own stream. I'm starting a stream from home, and I will be playing Modern Burn, which means that on Sunday, you will be able to see my current list, which means that you will be able to take a look at it. You'll be able to tell me, TJ, your list is trash. You'll be able to say, TJ, your list is great. You'll be able to say, TJ, I'm completely unconvinced either way on your list. TJ, why are you not playing a deck that requires more thought? To which I will say, yeah, you're probably right. Elemental Whisper, don't love me less. But what reference did I make? Think Titan Shift would be good for TJ? Fun fact, I've built it, I own it, and it's out there in the field being borrowed right now, because it deals damage in increments of 3, which is exactly why I built it. It's the same reason why I put together 8-Rack. I like bolting people. If I can find alternative bolts, it's all kinds of exciting. Ooh, Stone the Iceman, it's good to see ya. Good to see ya. So, we're kicking things off. We've got a mulligan to 5. We've got a Gristlebrand. Oh my goodness. Dagmar Salvage, Cathartic, Reunion, 2 pressed amalgams. Oh goodness. That was abysmal. So we're going to mold a 4, but luckily this deck can mold a 4 pretty decently well. Oh man. So, what else have we got? I'm excited. I hope you all are too. Lightning Storm. Let's check out Lightning Storm. This card's sweet. It does 2 really cool things. That's okay, Elemental Whisper. Don't feel bad. Feel great. Because that's what life is all about. Feeling good and being awesome. And you can do that. So, Lightning Storm. 3 mana. Exile those 3 Simian Spirit Guides. Make that 3 mana. It's an instant that deals X damage to each target creature, or to target creature or player, where X is 3 plus the number of charge counters on it. Fun fact, only instant or sorcery with an activated ability. So, you discard a land card to put 2 charge counters on it. I wouldn't be surprised, because you would be awesome, and I would have known it beforehand. What about Oceanrun rather than Gristlebrand? It's in the sideboard, along with an Iona and a Sundering Titan. But the Gristlebrand is the main board one, which is a lot more universally good, because massive Conflagrates are fun. So Serum Vision's out for Ian. Ad Nauseam, such a wildly consistent deck. So we've got another land coming down. And we might see a fetch from Logan. Looks like we are going to fetch Shock Bloodghast, just like as if it was in the graveyard. I said, with some of the worst grammar possible. Hooray me! I nailed it. So, looks like we do have a Conflagrate in that library. Where it belongs. Yep. Okay, and anybody can discard. Oh, did I say cycling? I'm sorry. It is the only land with the only instant or sorcery with an activated ability, which is super cool. Big Daddy Snow is correct. Revoker or Pithing Needle able to shut down that card. But it's so... Oh, wait, no, you're right. Cycling has an activated ability. Zach, with your technical nonsense, even though you're basically the most technical person on the Star City circuit, but in, like, the best of ways. Ooh, and we're dropping down a Labman without even going off. I like it. Do we have the... Oh, ooh. Is Ian about to upkeep? Oh, I hope this. Is that an instant? No, okay, we're gonna kill the Laboratory Maniac. Ian might have been going for a line where in the upkeep he exiles these Simian Spirit Guides, casts Angel's Grace, then digs for a card that isn't in his deck, and then goes to a draw step. Oh, man. What are the opinions of... Ooh, that deck? I think it's inconsistent, but pretty sweet. But I think Zach Elsick has been looking at it a little bit. He might have some thoughts on it. Zach, I think you're in the chat, aren't you? So, a Bloodghast coming down on that battlefield. And we are going to flashback a Faithless Looting from Logan's graveyard. That's going to dredge us into a Life in the Loam, a Gristlebrand Cathartic Reunion. We do have a Prized Amalgam and a Bloodghast in that graveyard. But so far, Logan having a bit of a difficulty. Can't go negative life total. Oh, very cool. Thank you, Neon. Then I guess I didn't understand that line. I was just doing my best to guess it. But we're going to play a land. We're going to get back a Bloodghast. And Ian, missing land drops. Doesn't have a whole lot going on just yet. Does have. Looks to be a Holy Day at the moment. Avada, yes. That is the pretty, yeah. Yep. That performance actually got me to build Lantern Control, and I loved that deck. It was a lot of fun. Doesn't Cathartic Reunion make Gristlebrand more consistent? I suppose, but the deck concept itself, it also does actually get some of the expertises now, which is pretty cool. So Lotus Bloom suspended now. The deck is pretty sweet. Oh, that's what it is. It's a Children of Corliss in Ian's hand. Okay. Which is sweet. So we do have a Lotus Bloom on Suspend, which is going to produce some sweet... Nope, that is the Holy Day. Never mind. It is the Holy Day. Huh. So, Gristlebrand on the battlefield. We do not have a Cathartic or a Conflagrate in the graveyard just yet. But that card combos quite well with Conflagrate. It also... That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Perfect. That's the name of that card. I appreciate that. PV Dansley and Mumagusu. Could not remember the name of that card for the life of me. And we are gonna do some dredging. So we're dredging a lot right now. We're drawing 7 and we're dredging as much as we can with it. Knot of the Bone now in the graveyard. Interesting. Is the Knot of the Bone with this mentality that you might be able to actually, curious. A Conflagrate now in the graveyard. Were you at 13 when you activated that?
Yes, you're right. Sorry. I knew it was loud.
Okay, so 4 Narcomoebas coming to the battlefield. The Bloodghast coming up. The Prized Amalgam is going to be coming up. And if he cannot get the double red though. It is all from 2 blocks, I believe. I think they brought it back in Future Sight. It's from Ravnica, original Ravnica and Future Sight. If Logan gets to untap, then Ian might have to just Angel's Grace this turn. So Logan, if he goes for the attack all out, it forces Ian to use the Angel's Grace. Logan not able to use the Conflagrate in response because of Angel's Grace's split second. Didn't they bring back Dredge? I thought they did. I thought they brought back Dredge in Future Sight. Correct, he just uses Haze. But if he uses Haze, then Logan could also Conflagrate at that point and try and force it. I don't know. Logan's got a lot of play to force this one. Oh, it is a sorcery, that's true. Ooh. And we are going to cast a Collective Brutality. And we're going to take out the Angel's Grace. And Logan is about to deal a massive amount of damage. Gains 2 life. Up to 8. Draws 7. Oh, the Collective Brutality to put Ian at 7, to put himself up to 8, to draw the 7 cards going down to 1, and then Conflagrate for the kill. Wow! Isn't Dredge supposed to win? Oh, man. I thought Ad Nauseam was supposed to... Oh. Wow. Why didn't you play the Angel's Grace with Pentad? I don't entirely know. I don't entirely know. Woo! Woo! That was awesome. So Logan flashes back Conflagrate, discarding the 7 cards necessary to deal 7 damage to Ian after drawing that 7 with his Gristlebrand. Let's see if there's another match out there. I'll see you up there. Hello, and thank you for joining. My name is TJ. It's great to have you all here. I don't know why he didn't Angel's Grace, but I have to assume that there was reasoning. But I couldn't be the one to tell you it. Otherwise, we are going to try and get another feature match here in round 4. Any chance of another feature?
I'm so happy. Maybe. Maybe. I said maybe.
Cool. Oh, Conflux, have a good evening. Hello, everybody. This is the Geek Fortress stream. It is a pleasure to have you all here. You're rock stars. Every single one of you. I was going to say that you're great, and I was going to say that you're rock stars and became grok stars, which I'm not really sure if it's a compliment or not, but nonetheless, that you're awesome. By the way, did you win the game at 1 life and no cards in library? Just checking. Apparently, they have to be handed off singularly, even though these aren't my Yahenni's expertise.
Oh, they're on mine. Yes, one
Oh,
life,
they're
no
yours.
cards. One life, no cards in library.
And you didn't count first?
No, I totally forgot. I just assumed. And then, literally, as soon as I went to grab my deck, I was like, oh crap, this could end really badly. And it didn't. Play well, get rewarded.
Oh,
Obviously.
man.
Yes,
just
don't count your cards first before doing what I did. I made a mistake and I wasn't punished for it.
I couldn't tell you why Ian didn't cast the Angel's Grace.
Did he have white mana?
He had a Pentad Prism.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. No. Maybe he forgot he had a Pentad Prism. I think Ian is pretty new to the deck.
It's possible.
Because
I'm new to the deck as well.
That's true. That's true.
I was trying to figure... I thought that Knot of the Bone might be able to get me out of range. I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Depends on how much life you can gain off of that.
20. What if I gain 20 off it?
Let's see here. They're running...
I'm also fetching and
shocking
shocking
lands,
myself.
2 counters and that.
Like, either way,
It's pretty...
that was such a fun game.
they can probably kill... Yeah, they can kill you. They can kill you from like 40.
Does it work very well? Okay. I mean, I'm also just fetching and shocking as much as I can.
Because it's 2 damage per land discarded, but they had to use probably like 5 of them.
You know why I won that game? I won because I mulled to 4.
But they don't do much damage. If you don't fetch and shock enough, and they get enough lands...
Or like, are we still going through
I wonder
this?
what the limit is.
40-ish?
I think it's like 40-ish is like the peak. I mean, there's always the... I got double bloom and never played a land and just wrecked
Yeah.
it. But you might...
So as long as I can hit 40.
Interesting.
I should... Okay. I may have to change up my reanimation targets, because right now I'm going Grizzlebrand, Sundering Titan, Inferno Titan as my 3.
Uh-huh.
The Titans are in the sideboard.
Oh, I thought you did have an Iona in there.
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not
I
right now.
was saying that
I
you
may
had...
swap it to like Iona Elishnorn.
I thought you had Sundering Titan, Iona, Elishnorn. My bad.
Negatory.
You should put a Gristlebrand in your deck so you can have fun too, Peter.
It's so great. Did you not watch that? Okay, I won that game because I mulled to 4. Like, if that was a hand of 5, I would have lost that game.
That's funny. Always mull to 4, kids. It's way better. That's what
So much better.
I do that with Burn more than I'd like.
This deck is so much fun.
It is so much fun. But we're going to try and get another feature match up.
Coleman's
I
still looking
assume
for
Coleman is looking. Is he still playing? Or is he not?
No, his match was done. He finished.
Okay.
Because he was going to be the backup. And then he finished before we did, which was surprising. I think he just got beat up.
Okay.
I think Jay on Bushwhacker Zoo? Yeah, I think
Just beat him
Bushwhacker
up?
Zoo just did what it does and, like, turn 2, hit you for 16.
Hooray! I do enjoy doing that. Hitting people for 16 is a lot of fun.
It is fun.
What deck are we talking about? Logan took it down 4-0 with some
Right.
Dredge tonight.
Unburial Dredge.
Burial
So,
Dredge.
bannings happened. All the Dredge players wept and...
I may have already said it.
But
Say it
if
anyway.
he's-
Do
if
it.
he's asking...
That's a good point.
He's
Definitely
asking.
do it. No,
Okay.
it's all you.
All the Dredge players wept, and we had our mourning periods. Our mourning period where we, like, it was awful. I'm still kind of wearing black about it. So, what some people did is, most people, they took out the 4 Golgari Gravetrolls and put in 4 Golgari Thugs and then just kept playing the deck like normal. I, being, I don't know, mad scientist, mad genius, being a brewer and doing my own thing instead of what the popular thing is.
Humble too.
I know. I put in 2 Thugs, and then I also put in an Unburial Rites and a Grizzlebrand, and then I swapped out a Stomping Ground for a Sacred Foundry. Play the deck that way. And so sometimes I kill them by dredging a million dudes and hitting them for 1 million like normal on turn 3. Sometimes I reanimate Grizzlebrand on turn 4 and Conflagrate for 17. It's great. I would highly suggest it if you just want to goof off and have fun. But yeah.
That was the most perfect amount of time for me to eat all of those.
It's like I planned it. Accidentally, 1 life, 0 cards.
Exactly.
Planned it.
Exactly.
Planned it.
That's just where your life is at right now.
I think may have gave me 1 too many fatal pushes.
Perfect. Sounds like you. Wait, that was mine. Nope. Was it? Maybe. Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Dude, you want a fatal push?
Yes.
There you go.
I'm 85%. Certain.
So you have... Oh. I thought you were like, I have 85% of my playset. And I was like, wait.
What? One of them's damaged.
Did you
Pretty.
cut one up? Like, you get this half. Did you get the casting cost and the other person got the effect?
No, I just got the push. It's like it doesn't really destroy a creature, it just kind of nudges it across the board. Which is nice aesthetically if their board is askew, but it really...
It makes it to where if they're playing lands forward, you can force them to swap it.
That's true, it does keep the lands behind the creatures.
Yeah.
Which is correct.
Well, I mean, I've manipulated my board state, like how it looks. I do it with Dredge. My graveyards are all wonky.
I know. People mention that. I overall think that it's great. My only thing would be, like, if the land pile was just right side up.
Yeah, but then, like, I don't... Especially on stream, because the mat's not big enough for me to have, like, right side up, right side up.
Yeah, you do
I could
you.
do sideways, sideways.
I'm not super worried about it.
So we did a Modern No Ban List
I do remember
tournament, and because I like having fun, I built eggs, Second Sunrise,
that. Yes, I do remember that.
and I completely altered how my lands were, how my board state was, and I basically made it to where my graveyard was where my lands were, and then all the artifacts were right above it, so I could literally just shift them when they entered the graveyard and when they came back.
I remember that as well.
And then along the line on the right side was my lands.
I'm suddenly remembering that I was the one doing the commentary, and that's why I remember this. That makes a lot of sense. I was like, I feel like all of this sounds so familiar.
It's like you were there.
I watched it. That's it.
I was there. You were there. Some of you were probably there.
Hypergenesis was there.
Hypergenesis
Oh my
was
goodness, this was early days of the stream. This was way back.
This is old.
Who
old
here
school.
remembers the one time that we streamed that? Huh?
It's such a fun deck. I still have it built. Like I'm kind of brewing a Modern Blue artifact deck, and I was like,
You know, Eggs is a modern blue artifact deck.
yes, but I want to do other stuff. I'm starting from the ground up, starting from the bottom. So eventually I can say, now I'm here.
And then you'll have eggs?
Yeah. And I realized that I can sack a Darksteel Citadel for reshape. I was like, dude, it's just 2 mana, go get Lotus Bloom. And then I realized Whir of Invention is end of your turn, Whir of Invention for 0, go get Lotus Bloom. And now you can...
So I'm going to assume that you don't want me to offer any assistance then?
You're gonna ruin something, but go
I
for
am?
it. Go for it.
Current Eggs decks run like 1, maybe 2 blooms because the deck card isn't really that useful anymore.
It's so slow.
KCI Eggs is so much better because you can't cast
KCI?
your Clan Ironworks.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't have Second Sunrise, which costs 3 anymore. You
I
have
think-
ones that cost 4 and cost 6 now.
Yeah.
Which means that the bloom is like super
Maybe it
medium
won't
now.
be an eggs deck.
Maybe it won't be an Eggs deck.
Maybe it won't be an eggs.
Maybe we're just gonna grab a Lotus Bloom and we're gonna get 4 of them and we're gonna cast a Blightsteel Colossus. What'd you think about that?
I was thinking about Blightsteel plus Swift of Boots. I think we did do 2 no ban list modern streams.
We streamed it twice.
I know we've played it twice.
We may have streamed it twice.
Because the first one we did, Burn won it.
I do remember
There was
that.
Hypergenesis and eggs.
Great day.
And like Treasure Cruise and all the nonsense. And a guy showed up with Modern Legal Burn and won it.
With sudden shocks in the board. And Exquisite Firecrafts. Yeah. 100% modern legal. That deck was
It was
sweet.
great. And it did what Burn does.
Yep, I enjoyed that deck a lot.
Don't remember who won the second one.
There was a Sultai mid-rangey value deck that was really good. Yeah.
Just a value.
It was like real good.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ryan won.
Yep. It was too legit to quit. Overall, great days.
We'll go double check on Coleman for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I
I'm
know.
not back. Bye, guys. If I am back, see you in a bit.
Cool.
Guess so.
Hello, everybody. This is the Geek Fortress stream. Stick around. We're going to try and get you some more Modern here tonight, coming up towards the end, however. But if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button, not only on this stream, but there are some other streamers in the chat, or at least they were. Let's take a look and see. If we do want to, feel free to hit ! Follow Dorotheus, ! Follow Holy Diva, ! Follow Jingading Dangdo, and of course, ! Follow Red Baron MTG, because I'm going to be starting another stream, not to replace this one, but in fact to supplement it in addition to this one. Oh, that's right. We had one that was one with Hypergenesis. That was also pretty cool. I do remember the Hypergenesis deck. We've done this more than I thought. We should do it more in the future. But all of those streams are amazing. I highly recommend each of them, and feel free to join them all. I'm playing for the first time on my new stream this coming Sunday at noon. Fair enough, Tevin. You got me there. You got me there. Should have seen that joke coming. Should have seen that joke coming a mile away, but I didn't, and I won't, because I already forgot it. Moving forward. Maybe that should be like that. How's that? That's better. By the way, my tie overall. This tie in particular, I actually received a new tie, which I'm not wearing tonight, in the mail from a viewer, and I gotta say, the new tie is incredible. I think I'm gonna be wearing it on Friday. Be sure to check out the Legacy stream on Friday. I was wearing it on Monday as well. It is gloriously cool, and it was a fantastic gift.
Everyone's done.
Oh!
Yeah. Modern
Well,
done.
everybody, do a quick vote in which I'm going to basically look at the chat and decide where it goes based on what I see, how I see it, and how often I see it. But do we want to play 20 questions first, or do we want to get right back to the action and get hosted on over to another amazing streamer
I vote 20 questions.
out in the world?
Whole new world. What's that shadowy part, though?
Wrong movie! You're crossing the references! You must never go there.
But I want to.
No, that's
not.
the YouTube comments section.
Oh, no.
Yeah, our chat is amazing compared to basically every other, or pretty much we could say that it's the magic.
Yeah. There's a couple like Hearthstone streamers, and I've actually been getting into Clash Royale. It's a mobile game, but
You're
it's
watching a
big
stream of a
streaming.
mobile game?
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. I mean, they're like 5-minute games, but they're pretty intense. But I've been watching some of them, and chat can. It has a wide variance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Still,
I'm gonna
ours
show
is better
you.
than all. Still,
I
ours
agree.
is better than all.
I agree.
No, I totally get what you're saying, and I dig it, because are you enjoying it? I'm genuinely asking.
I have fun.
Then it's
with it.
brilliant.
Then
I'm so glad that people are streaming that.
His gimmick is that he has his cat tower right behind him in view, and his cats climb on it. And if his cats are on there cuddling, he has to stop what he's doing and like pet them. If enough people,
Does he lose?
sometimes, yeah,
Oh no!
it's fine. Like if enough people donate enough bits and request that he pet his cats, he will.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying that for like petting a cat, people will just donate?
Yeah, they do for him.
I will pat
pretty
Logan
cool.
on the head for $10. Don't actually donate
$10?
$10 for that.
It's like bits, like 50 cents.
For 50 bits, I will give Logan a stern pat
We
on the
need
head.
the bit cup. It's like I don't know, on the screen. It's like this big.
No, I thought it would be too distracting when you have so much
Cats.
happening on it.
He knows who I'm talking about.
Phone cats?
Yeah. His name is Phone Cat.
Don't actually donate $10. I don't want to pat Logan's head for just $10 for
Do it for
all
free.
of 10.
No, we gotta do it like others. The first one's free.
I have a cat, but it's
First
not
one's free.
mine, and I don't have it anymore because it didn't move with me. How about punches? No.
No, we'll go over here.
Have you seen how peaceful I am? Like,
It's the most pacifistic person I've ever seen in my life.
I'm pretty pacifist.
It's even when he's angry, which I think I've only seen twice. Ever.
I'm surprised you have. Oh, wait. Hold
Someone
on. There
took
were
it-
probably good reason.
Someone touched your food.
I wasn't even truly upset at that time. I was bothered. I was bothered.
No, it wasn't that time. It was another time.
I can think of one other time that you may have been there for. Decently
How
upset
long
that
have I
time.
known you?
I don't know.
6?
I don't know.
A while. Bolton. Ooh, good bolt.
Could bolt him? I'll
Bolt him.
bolt him for free. Hold on.
Wait,
I always keep this
does
around.
this hurt?
Always keep a burn deck on hand.
You never know.
Always keep a red burn deck on
So did we
hand.
decide if we're doing like 20 questions or something?
No, we have not decided. We're just kind of letting the organic conversation
Goosey.
flow.
You guys, I'm gonna get bolted, and it's your guys' fault.
Just so you know, you're not just going to get bolted.
Oh God.
You're going to get foreign blackboarded bleachlogged.
I didn't mean to laugh at that. What had happened? Okay,
Yep.
you gotta read the whole thing.
Das Ziel, by the way, I'm going to
Hey,
butcher
bit
the
by
German
999.
language. I apologize. Das Ziel des Bleachlogs
Why is that
erledigt
funny?
3 Punkte
No, tre.
Schäden.
Tre.
What?
How do you say
No, it
three?
says 3. It says 3.
Okay, the symbol is 3, yes, to me and you. Is it 3 or tre or tres or something like that?
It's German 3, but that's how I would pronounce it. You like the idea of donations amounting to something happening on screen? Well, I'll tell you what.
can talk about it.
Subscriptions amount to
Us
giveaway
being on stream.
of an expedition breeding pool.
Excavated.
An excavated breeding pool.
Excavated evil. I'm here for the cross games.
Dre. It's apparently Dre.
Dre? Wait, Dre or Dre?
I don't know. The pronunciation guide just says the thing that I can't pronounce.
Dry. Thank you, Taylor.
Oh.
20 questions? Okay.
Ah.
Time night votes, we do 20 questions.
Interesting. It's very convenient that Burns
Is that the card we would do for 20 questions?
Nope.
Oh.
Haha,
Can I suggest a card?
Nope.
What I
Because
did
then
last-
it's easy.
Whatever.
It's not
Okay,
nearly as easy as
that was a
Steven's.
bolt to the ego. You bolted my ego.
It's
there.
okay. I was more bolting Steven's ego. He's gotten to pick the card twice. He picked the same card both times.
That is too easy.
That's hilarious. Ooh.
I like that one.
Yeah?
Let's do that one.
Yeah?
I'm game.
all
Let's
right.
go. No, yeah, I like it. All right.
Anonymous! It's your Lightning Bolt anniversary!
Wild Coleman.
Are you about to tell me that you have a match for me?
I do.
Really? It's the curse of 20 questions.
We need to play 20 questions more often, because if we start it, Coleman will be looking on his phone and go, oh, they finally found a match. Time for me to find out
Is
a
it?
little bit of a match. So,
That's a good quote.
Oh, that's the card.
On the bottom right, yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that card.
It's a good card.
I've got a match. Tell me a little
the
bit about
match?
it. Is it a game 3?
It is a game.
I-
No, it's a game 2. No, it's a game 3.
Oh.
Game 1.
Sorry, it's game 1.
Game
Don't,
1.
don't you lie to me.
Who's on what side?
Draw, obviously.
Harry is on the wall. Then that, by definition, would make it.
I thought he left.
Me too.
Did
Well,
he
he
leave?
didn't.
Alright, Harry's here.
And you have Ryan on the other side.
Do we?
Yep.
This is a sweet matchup.
Do you want to be?
No.
I got my timing.
Okay.
I felt like I brought laughs. Dude, I got bolted.
You got bolted?
That,
I
you
got
didn't just get
bleachlagged.
bolted.
I got bleachlagged.
You,
Foreign black put a bleachlagged.
yes, you did. But seriously, thank you so much, Ninja, for the sub. That's awesome. That brings us to 189, which
Did I
is
miss
just
Ninja?
2. No, that's the Lightning Bolt anniversary. Thank you so much. We're gonna go head down to a match, which this is a game 3. I'm gonna pick some sweet arts for it, but we're also just gonna get pretty thrilled about it. Man, you two with the giggling and
Yes.
whatnot.
Ah, yeah. No, hold on. Switches or transfer.
All right, and let's head on down for this game 3. We will see you there.
I feel changes.
So, down on the battlefield, we have got not only double combined names there, but we have got Harry up against Ryan. Now, how do you feel about this matchup, Logan?
I gotta say, I think Harry's favored because he's playing green cards.
That does make a whole lot of sense. Wait, does it? No, I don't think so. But otherwise,
Well, I mean, I am Logan, and I do love me some green cards.
that's true. Logan does love green cards.
Question, do either of these decks play Nissa?
Does Harry run a one of Nissa?
I think he probably should.
Okay. Whoa! It seems like we've gone through
Whoa.
some sort of Eldritch evolution.
Oh, whoa, hold up.
I had no. I had no idea that your CMC was 2 or greater. Wow. Wow. What a world that we live in. Well, I guess you've done a great job demonstrating Harry's deck, which is going to be going for things like Bounding Crassus and Deceiver Exarch into cool stuff like
Yep.
Kiki Jiki. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like
22?
22,000 Deceiver Exarchs wins the game.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah, I haven't really run the math. I like that. So Ryan looks to be keeping his hand hairy, taking a trip down the Mulligan Road.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Mulligan Road, not very fun.
I have to agree. How did Dredge do? It won the whole thing.
Yep, Dredge, still good.
So decent?
Yeah.
Let's go with Thopter Foundry.
I don't know. I think he's probably good splash and barrel rights for Platinum Angel.
Oh wait, no, this is just Mono Bluetron. He's been in just the Mono Blue today. Because he's always mixing it up. Let's do this one.
Actually, I got a better one.
That's a much better one.
Yeah, that is better. That is actually how he won this last game. He Mind Slaver locked him.
Ooh. And we are apparently mulliganing.
So apparently Harry did not listen to me when I said the Mulligan Road was bad.
No. Harry actually took advice from Logan, who just won the finals because he mulliganed to 4. And when he drew 7 to conflagrate for 7, he ended up at 1 life and 0 cards in the library.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to make sure that Ethereal Haze prevented damage only from creatures, because I had to double check that.
Yes. We're also curious. Do you know why Ian didn't cast the Angel's Grace in response to the Collective Brutality?
I don't know.
Cool. All right. I guess there you have it, straight from Coleman's mouth, which strikes me as a trustworthy source.
Yeah, I've never lied to you about anything at all.
I believe you. That's how much I trust. So Ryan going to drop down an expedition map, probably going to be going for an Academy Ruins?
I think at this point he's probably just going to search for another trial land since he's got another map.
If he has another map, then I can see a pretty good reason
Yeah.
for it. That's certainly true. Otherwise, from Harry's side of the battlefield, it looks like Ryan decided that they would go to a game 4, because it looks like Harry got to go back up to some cards in hand.
Yeah, I think so.
Which, my
Very
guess,
sporting.
very sporting. But that's just the kind of guy that Ryan is.
Yeah, he's not even in Kansas City.
No,
That's
actually,
how sporting he is.
I have no idea the reference that you're making, but I'm assuming it's hilarious.
It's not bad.
So, an Eternal Witness coming down to the battlefield. We're going to get that fetch back. Ryan looks to be fulfilling his destiny of going for that same trial land that you mentioned. Possibly going to be dropping in...
Sometimes you just get lucky.
Sometimes you do. Because he got the Academy Runes. It's basically a 2-for-1.
Yeah, basically.
And that is a Treasure Mage. No? Yes. Yes, that one's
I
Treasure
think
Mage.
we're going to go find Mindslaver.
It seems like the logical choice, does it not?
Or you want to get really spicy?
Hold on.
Okay.
Are we talking spicy as much as this Tybalt pasta that is incoming?
Pretty good.
All right, well, I think he's going to go for a Worm Coil. Let's look back at the match.
Oh.
Oh! Got him.
I was going to say, I would have gone with Torrential Gearhulk, because you can find Gearhulk off that.
I do love the Gearhulk in this deck. I think that it is beautiful and inspiring, even.
I don't think it actually is going to untap a whole lot, though. I think you're going to play it and it's going to block.
True. That's reasonable. So, what's up, everybody? How you doing? I hope you are having a wonderful time. My name's TJ.
I'm Coleman.
We lost a bunch of you while Logan and I were buying time because we didn't really think that there was going to be another match, and that's kind of the way that it goes. But that's okay. We're going to have fun anyway. Harry going with a fetch, following up with a Collected Company, and it looks like Ryan doesn't have a whole lot to say on the matter.
Well, I can tell you that Harry's deck always mystifies me about how it actually works.
But it always does!
Yeah,
I don't get it.
because Collected Company in your Kiki Jiki deck.
I know. But it just always seems to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. But
Like right now, it's not really working because I
There's
see
3
3
birds. Get those Oh, and a Deceiver Exarch, I think.
Oh, and a Click, I think.
Oh, a Click is better.
Yeah.
A Click is much better. Because he can hit himself and try and draw into a card that matters.
Yep, that's what Click is here for. Hitting yourself. Oh, it's a goy. Okay.
Glorious Visionary, you know me too well. Yes, we're back with another match here. Why do I even bother opening my mouth? Because it's fun. That's the answer.
Thanks, TJ, for that great insight.
You're welcome. No one ever knows how to respond to a genuine you're welcome to a sarcastic thank you.
I don't. True story.
What's up, Derpy? It's good to see ya. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. We're taking a look at this hand. We have got a Cyclonic Rift, the Wormcoil Engine, a Ratchet Bomb, another map, plus others for knowledge to line up nicely with that Urza's Tower.
Looks like probably going to end up taking the Cyclonic Rift.
That's what a lot of people thought, Foz. In fact, Allosaurus Riders skyrocketed to $15 from about $1. Pretty much in the weekend that this card was spoiled, because of the ability to theoretically do that into a turn 1 potential, or turn 2 Elesh Norn.
Yep, and then we all saw how that worked.
Awful.
Turns out if you remand that, you lose the game, basically.
Which is hilarious.
Yep.
Losing is funny if you're not the one losing.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're not the one involved, it is the funniest thing in the world.
So funny. Like when Affinity goes Glimmer Void with just an Ornithopter, and I go Bolt, and then I smash their marks. Hilarious.
I was gonna say I just Kataki them. Hearty laughs.
Indeed. So, we've got an attack with this Tarmogoyf, with this Vendilion Click, and of course this super saucy Eternal Witness. Looks like we're offering a trade and going to be drawing a card.
I do like drawing cards.
I do believe that it was rated on Forbes magazine top 3 dopest things to do in Magic.
Oh, really? I want to know what number 1 is.
Well, actually, they
Is
were
it
all
actu-
3. Number 1 was really Ancestral Recall.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
I was not prepared for that.
Win the game. Win the game. I hear it's pretty dope.
Nope. Drawing a card was each of the top 3 that cast a recall. So we've got others for knowledge getting cast by.
This is how you break TJ, by the way. You just go with it until he realizes he has nowhere to go.
But I totally dug my way out of that.
Yeah. B+.
I accept. So we're going to be discarding a card here. If it is an artifact, he only needs to discard 1. But if he discards not an artifact, it has to be 2. And it looks like the card that he's going to discard is land.
Yep. Land. Land.
So a tower coming down. Get it? Because it's an island. It's spelled Island. Okay, so why didn't he complete Tron? Because he doesn't really need to at the moment.
Also, it's pretty hard for Harry to actually assemble it here. He's got 2 cards. Has to be Deceiver Exarch plus Eldritch Evolution?
He is shy both parts of his combo. Definitely true.
Yeah, so at this point I think you've got a little bit of time.
Going for the Collected Company and just kicking it back.
Yeah, at this point, if he's going for company, I feel, not great because I'm getting attacked for a lot of damage, but, it's not bad.
It definitely isn't bad. And it looks like that is going to be our final piece of the Tron puzzle. So now...
Now, what do you do with it?
Spellburst. All day, every day.
Well, you can Spellburst any spell you want, but you're going to die to the board.
Sure. Wormcoil, all day, every day, and then Spellburst.
Okay, you're still not looking super hot on the board, but...
Ratchet Bomb.
Okay.
Well, actually, right now you're pretty fine, because that's a 4/5 Tarmogoyf. So you can actually survive this pretty well with the Wormcoil Engine. As long as it doesn't get hit by, like, a Path to Exile would be tragic. But right now, Ryan's actually fairly safe. Because anything that he blocks is going to survive. Never mind, he died.
That.
Wait. Because there's both of theirs for knowledge.
Okay.
Might be looking for the remands. And the remand's surprisingly good here.
Brick, Condescend, not actually a counterspell.
But we did get a Treasure Mage. Now that's neat.
It is neat, but you know what else is neat? Not dying.
No, I don't believe that made the list.
Oh, did it?
No.
Sorry.
Yep.
You see,
So,
we're gonna be paying 4 life to prevent 4 damage.
now, remember,
Strong.
kids, if you decide to be the most bestest of opponents and let your opponent, go to a game 4 and have a hand, you'll lose to it.
Yep, that's about right.
This is how the world works. And you know what? I love it. Because Ryan was a gracious individual. Answer my phone. Hello? No one's there. That was misleading.
Sorry, I accidentally called you.
That was misleading. Let's head on up to the booth. Hello, and thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to have you all here. My name is TJ.
I'm sorry, I'm on the phone.
Oh, my bad. This
Yeah.
is Coleman. We're just going to kind of keep it to the side here. This is an important call. He has to take this one.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us here at the Geek Fortress stream. We're just getting ready to call it a day here. I've been having a wonderful time with all of you.
Okay.
You're amazing. And
The bit died. That's what it was.
Do we need to go to the hospital now? Or
No,
we can
I
wait?
think we're good.
Okay. So, thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure to
There's
have you
nothing
all
we can do
here.
about it now.
Fact. Oh, polar bears, I'm so happy to distract you, even if it was to your own detriment. I do apologize for that aspect of it. Please tell Coleman to share the deck that he used. Hey, let them use it.
Sorry, I can't send it through the internet.
Dang it.
Not until we invent that technology.
Ooh.
So-
I'm excited about that.
Hey, every entrepreneur,
Entrepreneur. That's
entrepreneur.
for those ambitious Fortnites.
Yeah. All you ambitious software developers, invent something that literally allows me to throw stuff through the internet.
Okay, Willy Wonka.
Yeah, literally throw it through the internet.
Entrepreneurs. Yes, I am of course the most ambitious of Geek Fortress players.
Well, on the plus side, we can actually do 20 questions, and we will not be interrupted by another match. Because that is literally the last match. If you guys are interested.
Let me offer an alternative, right?
Okay.
Let me offer an alternative.
That is an alternative.
The alternative is that currently other members of the Geek Fortress, or not the Geek Fortress, the Rogues Gallery, are streaming Don't Starve together.
Ooh, I do like Don't Starve. Especially together.
I've never played it, and I own it. I bet you're thinking, why? Well, A, it was gifted to me by a friend. And then I thought, I'll install it so that maybe they'll invite me sometime to play with them. Would you like to know how many times they've invited me to play with them? Because I'm not playing with them now, Coleman. I'm not playing them now. Which means that I haven't been invited.
Would you say that you're starving alone? Because it says don't starve
I
together.
also have the game Don't Starve. Haven't played it.
Well, that's your own fault.
We should do a sub goal where Coleman shaves his head.
It's called Spring.
What's up? How them curls?
How many subs are we at right now?
We are currently at 189 subs.
If we hit 300, I'll shave my head.
Hear that, everybody? If we get to 300, he'll shave his head. In the meantime... No, I'm actually not salty at all.
No,
It's just a fun bit.
yeah.
I don't know.
This bit is alive. The other one is dead.
Yes, it's called
Sorry.
the Circle of Strife.
I believe that is the technical term.
Yeah. I
Big
once
circle.
read it in a book.
Is that where you read things? I just read the internet.
I did once read a book, yes. Yes. Joke's on us. Including the beard?
No, beard's not happening.
Oh.
I'm not shaving the beard.
Alright, so
Just
I guess
the hair.
he's not Wedge. Okay. He's not Wedge. We'll come up with stuff. We'll come up with some cool stuff. Currently, our goal is to get to 200 by the end of the month. We'll give away an Expedition breeding pool. Otherwise, I think our next goal is to try and get to 250. We got to 175, which means I have to eat some spicy Tybalt pasta. So I have to come up with a fun incentive that basically is going to be in some sort of way demeaning to me to get to 250.
Yep. But like I said, 300, I'll shave my head.
Are you going to not shave your head until then?
Cannot promise that.
Okay. Okay.
Because I don't know when we're actually going to hit 300 unless we get a big incoming sub train that runs on you guys.
And Cole. Men.
Yep, saw that one coming a mile away. Was trying to avoid that, but steered into it.
You can't dodge a train when you are the tracks. It'd be really insightful if it meant anything.
It is either really deep or really dumb. It's one or the other. It's not.
That's why he had the name Double D in that show. That makes a surprising amount of sense.
It really does.
All right, we're going to find another modern stream to put you all into. Oh, man. Or maybe we won't. There's not a whole lot of modern happening that, like, I know who it is. Ooh, I see JTDE. Do we want to do that? That's more live magic. Let's go to another live magic stream.
Perfect.
Everybody, we're going to go to a live magic stream. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. Remember, we're streaming Legacy next Friday, Modern on Saturday, Standard on Monday, Modern again the following Wednesday, and then we're taking that week off. Why?
Yep. We are going to be in Vancouver.
We're going to be in Vancouver, and if you're going to be in Vancouver, be sure to come say hi. I'm excited about it. I'm hyped about it. I'm going to be having so much fun. I'm going to suck at Magic, which is going to be exciting. And this coming Sunday, check out the Red Baron MTG stream, kicking off the first of hopefully many.
Yep, and then while you're in there, make sure to post all your red hate cards.
Lame.
Special shout-outs to Chill, Warmth,
How
Pulse of the
fitting.
Fields.
It will be chill, and it will be loaded with warmth.
Pulse of the Fields, Kitchen
I
Finks,
don't have fields.
Lone Missionary, Aven Rift Watcher.
I will be alone. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. You're all
Collective
incredible.
brutality.
From all of us here at Geek Fortress, my name's TJ.
I'm Coleman.
And whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, you're all amazing. Stay amazing. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Also, Harbingers of Delinquencies.